whatever, man.
All right, hold on. We just gotta wait for the stream button to go live, and then there we go, and we are live. We are live. All right.
So it's
Like
just
you're
like
like,
it was a second ago,
yeah, like a
except now
second
it's
ago.
official.
Now it's awkward. See, because now I said we're live, and now you're here. Like, man, you're giving me all these interesting topics, and then I was just like, oh, man, we're not live yet.
No, I'm sitting there thinking like, he really missed out on some stuff that like people would have enjoyed. There's
Oh
like a
yeah,
moment of brevity,
yeah, I
a
know.
meeting of the minds. There was a whole bit about Xbox gamers going door to door, crap gamer and next gen 720,
Mm.
going from one house to the next, letting you know about the power of X.
And I haven't kept up to date with whatever's going on with next gen 720. Like I completely forgot he exists. The only ones that the one I'm more focused on than anything else is Colt Eastwood, because he's slowly on the verge of surpassing Crap Gamer, and he averages way more views than Crap Gamer does. But that's because Colt Eastwood talks like, he has
He's an
some trash.
aficionado.
Yeah, there you go. And
Like Colt Eastwood is a beautiful flim flam man. His methods of mayhem are he's a great editor. He
right.
speaks with conviction, and that's all you need. If you could really edit your videos well on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
you could really grow. As you can see, I'm a shitty editor. I am.
I think your editing is fine for what it is. I mean, you could always increase the video in the middle of the screen because it's like tiny.
All right, I'll increase the video in the middle of the screen. I'll watch some more how-to videos on how to use After Effects.
Yeah,
Like,
but
the
no,
time and effort it takes to do some of the shit Colt Eastwood is doing, I just like I don't have time for this shit. I got too much of a fucking life.
I don't even think he's like. See, what I consider a good editor might be a little different than what you would consider in that sense.
Anything better than me is good.
So would you say? I don't consider your editing bad. Some people have this idea that putting clips together and just timing them perfectly is good enough to call it editing. For me, editing is more of trying to have the video jumbled up with a bunch of different things that really add to it. Like I go over the top with my editing, and to be honest, I'm a fucking retard for doing it because it just slows down my production. But I've reached that point where I can't go back. I can't go back to just having gameplay and commentary. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
don't trust me. You're
yeah,
you're onto something.
you're onto
All
something.
right, I haven't enjoyed a pop stick this much since Stick Stickly on Nickelodeon.
Oof, oof.
There's a reference. You thought the Irish German guy got you with like the internet in the '80s. I just hit you
Yeah,
with Stick Stickly.
yeah, dude. That is bringing back some nostalgia right there. So we got people live in the chat, which is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to some of these people. Fuck my internet. Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, guys, this is It's a Gundam. He is an awesome New Yorker. And I'm saying New Yorker
Only
because,
like people who like me say that shit. Most people hate my fucking guts.
well, what people are we talking about here?
Some of them in the comments, like I read my like this to keep myself humble. I read my hate mail. That's what you
Ah,
got to do. Like Jake Paul probably only reads shit where people like, oh my god, Jake Paul, you cured my lupus, and he's like, that's how it's going, bro. And then he starts believing his own hype. Before you know it, the cocksuckers in Japan filming suicide victims and throwing pokeballs at the fucking police. Maybe if this asshole read a comment where it told him to neck himself, he'd have some sort of semblance of decency. Like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I'm not the son of God. Maybe. I'm a big fucking douchebag, and I need to scale it back.
someone tell him
No,
to
that's
take the
not Jake
fuck.
Paul.
Someone tell him to take the fucking hat off already.
I hope like he keeps wearing the hat till it recedes his hairline. Then he has to
Yo.
fucking buy plugs.
So okay, I don't know if you I don't know if you kept up to date, but I did a shit post, just like a meme, on the whole situation. It was like 40 seconds long,
Are you
and
talking to me or the people in the chat?
I'm talking to you and the people in the
Oh, of
chat.
course
Like,
I kept up with the shit post. I told you I saw it like 3 times. I thought
oh,
it
that's
was
right,
great.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, that is
yeah,
genius. I
and it
wish I
went
thought.
and it went viral, right? And it was like number one in Mexico, number one in Spain, number three in France. Um, But of course, got a lot of dislikes, mainly because the people who were clicking to watch it were
Probably
people.
wanted like the Jake Paul video
Yeah,
that was taken down.
they wanted to watch the dead body. Like, we used to see some dead body.
That and probably like some Jake Paul fans know where
Yeah,
you live now. So at some point, a teenage girl's gonna drop out of a tree and strangle the fuck out of you.
probably. She's gonna be like, "He is so rad."
And the funny thing is, like, that
she's gonna
girl's gonna
dab
have
on
a
my dead.
crazy strangling ability.
She's gonna dab on my dead body.
It's gonna be like on the fucking news. YouTuber taken out by a young teenage girl. What a faggot.
Popsicle stick broken in half. Oh gosh. So I was.
Oh yeah, you said next gen 720. On next gen 720, there's gonna be dogs going crazy.
No, don't worry about it. I kept my dogs locked out of the room downstairs in the kitchen. I'm like, you guys can get the fuck out. Actually, just
Like
posted
720 supposedly. This is the funny thing. He says he's done with the Church of Xbox.
Oh,
So he's supposed to be
really?
like, he's supposed to be a voice of reason now.
A voice of reason.
Somewhat for him, you know. So that's why I like him. I watch him, and then like Xbox does something he doesn't like, then he flips his shit, and I sit there and giggle like a fucking schoolgirl. But the joke's on me. This son of a bitch is sitting there screaming about Phil Spencer and the Xbox, and he's getting $10 a tip every like 3 minutes. I mean, this motherfucker's making bank. I'm sitting here eating some bad food that's rotting, and this son of a bitch just made $100.
You know, here's the thing. I don't. So he, next gen 720 just recently made his subscriber count publicized.
Really?
So, yeah. So we're looking at 14,000 subscribers. So
that's it. He's been around forever.
And check this out. He averages, let's see, 746 views 5 hours ago. 799 views 21 hours ago. 2.9k views 1 day ago. So this guy, I mean, it's kind of hard to find anyone in the Xbox community who you could consider rational, you know?
Oh, definitely. Get the fuck from over there, dog, before you turn off the power of my computer. Get away from there.
Send him to China. Get him out of here.
Little piece of shit. I'm serious, Chooch. Don't do it.
China.
You turned off the computer like 3 times now.
We got 74 people live in here. This is awesome, guys. Keep it up. Go tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandparents.
Tell your attractive sister.
Tell your pastor.
Tell some girl that you think is cute that might be interested in me, you know.
People say no.
There's this fag here that I think you might like, Becky.
80 people live. This is awesome, guys. Keep it up.
They're probably just showing up for you, in all honesty, because I've done no promotion. I think I put one link on my Twitch.
Some, you know, there's a good chunk of people who watch me that know who you are. Mainly because I'm always going like, oh, it's a Gundam. You know.
The son of Satan.
The son of Satan. You're like, BioWare's dead in the fucking water. And I was just there like,
it is.
So true. Because I got a BioWare video coming up because I was going to talk about Anthem and just how... We'll get to EA in a bit, but as for this Xbox Zealot community, it's just... I don't know if you've... Don't click on Crap Gamer's video if you don't want to die. Like, on his Crap Gamer... like, on his channel, don't click on it if you don't want, you know...
I don't care if I live or die, so I'm going to click the link.
But look at this. I mean, like, 1 hour ago, 4 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 18 hours ago, this guy has somehow, I don't know how he's done it, okay, get this, he somehow managed to make the Xbox One X worth talking about 1 year later. Like, I mean, not even, well, no, not a year later, but like months later, he somehow manages to find something new to talk about the Xbox One X every fucking 4 hours. And all of these videos are at least, what, let's see, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I mean, his content's shit. You know, that's granted, but the media finally gets it right. Xbox One X. Check this out. Gaming media stuns everyone and tells the truth about the Xbox One X. Nobody thought this could happen. This is nothing but a clickbait title. I guarantee you it's a fucking clickbait title.
Well, everything's a clickbait title because he doesn't know anything about tech. And it's like every video is the same. He might have something about the Xbox. We just heard today, Tomb Raider in 4K. they're doing so well with the Xbox. I mean, this is a good time to be an Xbox fan. I mean, everybody wants to GG, man. I want a GG in 4K. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's funny. Like the first video I did on him, he had this video called, there's a media bias. I'm just gonna paraphrase it, but there's a media bias against Xbox One X, and like I basically just debunked that video, going, no, people credit the PS4 because it legitimately has a pretty good library, and I don't give a fuck about the PS4, but to say it doesn't have good games is a lie, because it does have good games.
Yeah, that is a fucking lie. I'm on a PC. Even I look at some PlayStation 4 exclusives like, oh, I want to play that. Is that coming to PC? No, fuck.
Like, if it's not coming to the PC, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to go out of my way to get a PS4. But nonetheless, he has this, persecution complexity where he thinks that the media targets Xbox gamers, and they're like, we don't want to give the Xbox any credit whatsoever. And so I debunked that video, but what I noticed is in the video, he's playing Rocket League, right? He's playing Rocket League, and the motherfucker's playing against bots. He's so fucking lonely. He's playing against bots. 102 people watching live. You guys are awesome.
I can't say he's lonely, dude. Like, he's got, like, friends. There's a whole bunch of these. They have, like, their own podcast. There's, like,
is
tons
he a part
of
that podcast? I mean, I know
it's like Xbox Nation or something.
Xbox Nation? What? Fuck. I mean, I'll give him credit. He somehow manages to be bigger than the PlayStation Legion, but I don't think any rational gamer would ever want to be a part of that cult, the whole. Let's see, who is in the PlayStation Legion?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's that like angry black guy.
JTech TV.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, JTech. No, not JTech TV. He could be, but it's that other one. Is it JTech TV? That's the black guy, right?
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
black
that's
guy.
him. Yeah, he's mad. And also, he's a weird fascination with like Dragon Ball Z, like that. I've always wondered what is with Dragon Ball Z and black guys. Not being racist, I'm just curious.
I've always wondered what's with Dragon Ball Z and Mexicans. And I'm Mexican,
I haven't really. Man. Oh wait, you're right. I do know a Mexican girl that loves Dragon Ball Z.
Like all these Hispanics are always talking about Majin Buu. Like, so from what I can understand, see, because I have a brother-in-law who's from Guatemala, and over there, Dragon Ball Z is just, it's booming. Like it's just even the older sagas over there are still like. They're being rerun over there, right? There's reruns of Dragon Ball Z, and it's like a whole new thing to them. And every time they watch it, every time like people within, say, me, or people like my age, right, in like their 20s over there, they watch Dragon Ball Z religiously, and they still haven't gotten up to Dragon Ball Super, which is garbage, but they haven't gotten up to Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super, like, they just threw all continuity out the fucking window.
Yeah, that show is garbage. I cannot watch it. Like, the only way I can enjoy Dragon Ball Super is through the manga, which tries to make it make sense, Because I recently read the latest chapter, and I don't know how far up you are in Dragon Ball Super for me to really discuss this.
I've been watching, like, the anime. I read some of the manga, but it wasn't as far as the anime, so I figured, fuck it, I'll watch the anime. Whatever the fuck happens, happens.
Read the manga because it makes things make much more sense.
So it's kind of like we're going in the Full Metal Alchemist first season realm.
Do not remind me of the first Full Metal Alchemist. That was horrible. That was just horrible. But essentially the Dragon Ball Super manga right now, they're getting into they're barely entering the Universal Tournament arc, and they're introducing Jiren, and they're actually giving Jiren a background and everything. They're giving him motives. They're giving him a reason to even want to fight in the tournament. Things that don't happen in the anime. They're just like, hey, let's just drop this powerful motherfucker so that all he is a power gap for Goku. All he is a wall for Goku. That's what all the villains are. And I don't have a fucking problem with that. I don't have a problem with
technically Jiren isn't a villain, but,
Oh, no, yeah. He's an opponent. There you go. Almost all these Dragon Ball Super enemies or opponents or villains are always nothing but another wall for Goku to climb, and they never really have any motives or any ambitions, anything like that, which makes for interesting antagonists or protagonists. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat right now. anyways, anyways, what are your thoughts thus far on how the Xbox One X has thus far performed? You know, do you think it's living up to the hype? And obviously, I'm pretty sure you're going to say no here, but it's worth asking anyway.
No, it's not living up to any hype unless like you were drinking the Kool-Aid, which, you know, a lot of people are. And you know what? More power to them. Fuck them. You know, drink the Kool-Aid. Enjoy it. The Xbox One X is better than any PC. Digital Foundry is media biased. They deserve to be sued because they're Sony ponies and all this other bullshit these motherfuckers say that I read. And I just read the comments now because it's something to do. You know, like you have your breakfast. Let's see what these crazy motherfuckers have to say today. Ah, Richard from Digital Foundry is a child molester and a liar. Okay. You know, it's like, these motherfuckers are losing it. I used to argue with them, and now I just don't care. It's like, whatever the fuck you say.
You know, like,
you're right.
Like, between the three fanboys, you know, Xbox gamers, I mean, well, just that community in general, I don't think you can get much more toxic than that. I don't think you can get much more toxic than that. I just
Overwatch on PC is pretty damn toxic and ranked.
Oh, League of Legends, yeah. But what I'm talking about here is like platforms, you know, like gaming platforms. But in terms of the gaming community, I don't think there's a community much more toxic than the League of Legends community. I just can't go back to League because of the community. It's
I think like things, the problem with this generation is the fact that most of these toxic motherfuckers have never been in a full blown drag out street fight. There's something about getting your teeth knocked out or broken that humbles a man.
You really are a New Yorker.
Listen, I've been beaten up before numerous times. You learn not to run off at the mouth unless you can back it up.
Well, here, there's a lot of wannabe tough kids in high school, and a lot of them were like, hey, we're into that MMA stuff. We got grappling moves. And I remember there's this kid that used to like follow me after school all the time. And he'd be throwing apples because there's like this apple tree. He'd get the like really old like moldy apples, and he'd just be tossing them at the back of my head. He's like, you stupid fucking Mexican. You know, he'd be shouting all kinds of shit at me, and I'd be like walking with another friend. My other friend's like, dude, just turn around and just deck that motherfucker in the face. And I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't want to do that. There's already some kind of tension between me and some other kids because, you know, I decided to run my mouth when I was in middle school. But it got to the point where I was getting so sick of that kid, like, messing with me in class. Like, I remember one time I was just doing this test, and he came by, got it right off my table, and just crinkled it up and threw it in the trash can. So what I did was after class, I walked up to him. I had my friend next to me. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm getting really tired of your shit. He's like, so? And I told him, so this is what's going to happen. I said, you're going to meet me by the tennis court after school. I'm going to bring a camera, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you and record it, and I'm going to show it to all your friends. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. After school, I'm at the tennis court, and then he walks up by himself, and, like, my friend has, like, he has a camcorder with him. He's like, hey, man, I just kind of want to come and apologize. I've been kind of a douche to you, and, you know, it's been messed up. I'm like, yeah, it has been. It has been. So,
oh, wow, that went differently.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have it in them to actually fight, you know? And I don't want to resolve things through action like that, but sometimes you gotta test people and see if they really have what it takes to push you to that limit, and see if they're going to back up everything they've done to you, and if they have what it takes to physically harm you.
I learned something from you today. I learned to actually talk. My move is, how would I want to hurt this motherfucker? Do I want to give him a Wolverine? And a Wolverine is where you put your keys in your fist and you start jabbing them in the sides. It's kind of like a cheap shiv. Don't know if you've probably never done that or tried it.
No,
but anyone listening, don't do it unless you know you can get away without being seen, because the laws now are so fucking gay. You can't give a motherfucker a Wolverine. You can't beat up a man, and you can't kick him in the head while he's on the ground. It's attempted manslaughter now in New York. It's like, what happened to that? Well, I mean, some curve jobs are completely gone. I'm not saying give someone a curve job. It's a horrible thing. But,
like, I mean, I've seen these street fights not go well on the internet, where like two guys are going at it on the street, and it's something as easy as this: one of the guys falls back, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he's just like spasming on the street, and
you're done.
He's gone. He's gone. At that point, it's
at that point you run.
That. Yeah. Fritanka,
I remember.
Are you Fritanka? Are you black? No, I am.
No.
Not. I just told you guys like I don't know 20 minutes ago that I'm Mexican, but okay.
I had no idea you were Mexican. You never came off as Mexican to me.
What? We got a problem now?
Yep. This is Trump's America now. I'm afraid I'm going to have to escort you to the border or some shit. And then I'm going to start chanting, "Build that wall."
So we got two. We got one dislike. Chances are it's from JTech TV, who's been like going. He's been going over all my videos and just
has got it for you, dude. That shit's funny. Like you posted something, and then JTech wrote a reply letting you know he disliked it. I laughed my ass off.
No, because he writes a comment saying disliked, and so I screenshot it because I knew like the majority of people who follow me weren't going to be able to see his comment, and I just retweeted. I'm like, why the fuck are you even bothering commenting that if no one's going to see it but me? Like, and why are you even bothering commenting telling me you disliked it?
Exactly. Like, even when I had like a spat with Shalazar Studios, whatever his name was, I didn't bother going to his like fucking YouTube page to give him a dislike.
Right.
I never gave enough of a shit. Like, if I got into some sort of like fight with someone on YouTube, which to me is like a bitch fight, we're faggots at this point. We're sitting there. You got some block user in your future, homo. That's all we're doing here. So it's like, why even bother? Kind of like when I shit on that kid. I didn't really mean to shit on him. The one that's who did that Star Wars game review that was ridiculous.
What? Damn. See, you have a lot of videos that I need to get back to. You have like a backlog of videos that
I have too many videos, to be honest,
that I like listening to while I'm like doing chores around the house. Like I'll just put some headphones on and I'll listen. Like your Crap Gamer one was the one that had me like laughing.
You should probably go to like my podcast channel. That's where funny shit actually happens.
Yeah,
I'm just too serious on my main channel.
So, 3 dislikes now. Oof.
Oh well.
They're coming after us.
What are you gonna do?
Man.
Dislikes are a part of life.
Yeah. I mean,
when you like ask a girl out and then like she goes no, when you walk away, she's giving you a dislike.
So, anyway, hold on. I always read, oh my god, try not to KYS challenge. Oh my god, I failed. What the fuck? Fritanga, the last of the Mexicans. Oh yeah, you know it, guys. My people are we're an invasive species.
I thought KYS was a lube.
But what is the KYS challenge exactly? What is that, guys? Explain it to me. Sometimes my community,
he can see the comments. I can't.
Sometimes when I'm streaming, my community will come and they'll purposefully like dislike the video, to like.
That's cool.
Me. And then like they end up like going back to likes. It's funny. I don't know. It's very funny stuff. Do you hate Jews? Oh yeah, totally hate them all.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god. Most people think I'm Jewish, so I can't hate the Jews.
I have to pretend I like them.
I'm one of them, but I'm spiritually a nebbish, I've been told.
Spiritually a nebbish. Suck my Jew. Go KYS. It means kill yourself. Oh. The kill yourself.
Oh, try not to kill yourself challenge. That I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. If you guys watch
I think these
my
are
videos,
Mexican kids doing it.
These Mexican kids are doing it. So, what part... I don't want to get too personal with your info here, but like, do you live in the...
Yeah, I'm out of here. Sorry, I was looking at these Mexican kids, like they started humping each other. I'm like, nope, not watching this shit, man.
So do you live in the inner city area of New York, or do you live on the or do you just live on the outside?
I'm now on the outskirts. I used to live in the inner city, the crazy ass ghettos. Like, I remember going to school and you'd see the police like breaking into a crack house. And right next to the police breaking into a crack house were a shit ton of black guys playing dice. And it's like, every day is New Jack City.
Over here, this great state I live in, the great state of Oregon, it's just nothing but tokers. I mean, everywhere you go, you walk down the streets, you smell pot everywhere.
That's cool.
everywhere. You're like, that's
So
cool.
basically, like you fucking got a contact high all day.
I mean, I've never smoked pot or like I've never
What?
smoked pot. I'm not into like I'm not into that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna give you a quote that Hunter S. Thompson once said that made a lot of sense. I'd hate to advocate drugs and violence, but they've always worked for me.
Say what?
What I just said. Like, I can honestly say, when I was young, I used to be straight edge because everybody's up your fucking asshole. Don't do any drugs.
Yeah.
You won't go anywhere. You'll never be anything. Meanwhile, Marion Barry was a fucking mayor, and this motherfucker's a crackhead. So that showed me that you could be a drug addict and get somewhere. Point being,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
some
if
of the
you're
best moments of my life, I was high off my fucking tits, and I recommend it for anybody, honestly. Unless you have an addictive personality, then maybe you want to stay away from most drugs like dabble in pot, maybe LSD, but stay away from any opiate or you're fucked. And if you get hooked to any drugs, don't you dare tell people that I advocated it to you.
I'm not underage. We're good, man.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, someone is still yelling, my son Bobby died last week. He's 35. He OD'd on heroin. It took me forever to find your YouTube channel, you son of a bitch. You advocated it to him.
You just tell her you do not know the way, and you're good.
I do not know. I'm the Ugandan Knuckles. Madam, you have the wrong thing. I'm an echidna.
You are red. So, for me, it was the complete opposite. Like, where I live, you could not go down 5 houses without being offered pot. Like, that's an
For
exaggeration.
free?
Well,
Like, if
free?
it's free, I don't see like what the fucking problem is, dude.
so let me explain. So here, like, I would say at least like 80% of the people who live here are at least, potheads. I have nothing against people smoking weed. I got nothing against pot, but
You're making a fucking case to move to your fucking area, dude.
but the way people always approach you growing up here, and essentially I had this personality to like want to not do what people tell me to piss them off. So like I'd have a bunch of friends and they're just like, man, you gotta smoke pot and we're gonna get you smoked up on some and you're gonna like it. And I'm like, no, fuck you.
No!
I'm like,
Get away from me, Terry!
I just got like that. I just got that like whole like, you're not gonna tell me what to do personality. So I just do what pissed them off, and it's just that's how I was growing up. I did that to a lot of people, teachers, friends, my siblings, and to this day I still do it. People are like, don't insult console gamers, or I would say console peasants, and I do it 10 times. You know what I mean? Like they'll tell me why you always got to be talking about Xbox and PlayStation gamers. You should talk about PC gamers. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do a complete opposite. I'm going to talk even more about them. Yeah, I'm an asshole.
So basically, like, you're just always at odds. You're looking for something to rebel against.
I will admit I've been able to obviously constrain myself and not like go over the top with it, but it really depends on who the person is that's coming to me and trying to lecture me.
You're like Marlon Brando in Rebel Without a Cause, when like the townsfolk go up to him, they're like, "What are you against?" And he looks at him with a cigarette in his mouth, and he goes, "What have you got?"
That's a good quote. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make a meme out of that. Just gonna gimp my face over the guy in that scene, and just put the quote right there and just enjoy it.
The only people who are gonna like get the meme are people who are probably already dead. Because that was like a 1930s movie or some shit. It was still in black and white.
Fritanga and Gundam are from the United States of Greater Canada and not the shithole states I called G-Bus land.
Oh, yeah.
When I search Fritanga, I have to scroll down to find his channel. Yeah, that's bullshit. Like, I can't think of another YouTuber named Fritanga. I think that's bullshit.
Well, DSP has that same problem.
What you Oh, now we can get into DSP. Hold on. Fritanga plays Can We Smash? After this stream. People gotta quit nutting all over their keyboards. Just listen to us talk. Just hold it in for a bit. Anyway. DSP.
Now do what you want. One day you're gonna be fucking dead. Enjoy it now, I say. Fuck, you
I
could
gotta,
die in your goddamn
I
sleep,
gotta,
dude. You may as well.
I gotta move to New York to toughen up, man.
I'm like, I like. Here's what me and Boogie 2980 have in common. We both had horrible childhoods, but the difference was Boogie pushed out, got real fat, and cried on YouTube about his abusive family.
Oof.
I went to like cage fights and got the shit beat out of me.
Ooh. Wow, that's a
We deal with our anger different ways.
Yeah, throwing some shade Boogie's way there.
I mean, as a guy who's lived through the similar shit and the same shit, it's kind of like, how many times are you going to milk that fucking pony? Oh, my mother molested me. Oh, they didn't love me. Who the fuck didn't grow up with a bad life like that? Who wasn't touched in a bad place, had something shoved up their ass? Get the fuck over it. Move on. We got shit to do. You got a penis. You don't get the bitch when you got a dick. It's part of the contract.
There are some things about Boogie's channel that are motivating me right now. Is watching him go on his like weight loss right now.
Boogie's got the money.
He's got the money.
Didn't he get gastro bypass surgery or some shit?
Oh shit! I think he did.
Yeah, it's easy to lose weight like that. It's a big deal. Like if Boogie was like doing a vlog from a treadmill, dying. I'm losing weight for you guys. Then I go, this motherfucker's doing it. Just going to get like a gastro bypass surgery is the easy road.
Yeah, you seem to have like no respect for Boogie. That's fine. I mean, I don't have.
I have no respect for nothing.
I don't. It's not that I don't have respect for Boogie. It's just I don't have sympathy for him because I've met plenty of people that have gone through similar traumatic events like Boogie, and they've risen to the top.
And they're just powering through.
And the difference between these guys and Boogie's is that they don't have a channel with millions of subscribers to
giving them support every day.
Yeah. Boogie's always looking for comfort rather than looking for, well, I don't even know what he wants to look for. I'm not going to tell Boogie what to look for, but all he seeks is comfort. He looks for shoulders to lean on. He goes to his audience. I mean, the numerous times he's cried to the camera. I mean, there's a certain point where you just lose sympathy for these people and think, I can't be sorry for you. I'm more annoyed at how
like
sorry
DSP losing his house.
DSP losing his house.
Go fuck yourself, Phil.
It's always got to go back to DSP. God damn, I hate that stupid motherfucker.
Like at first I thought DSP was like a performance artist for the longest time. I'm like, oh, this is a joke. He's like the Salvador Dali of YouTube. I gave him too much fucking credit. Yeah. This motherfucker is an existential artist. He's just a fucking scumbag.
Yeah. Well, gotta go ahead and give a shout out to the people in the chat who we got 120 people live. That's awesome, guys. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Like I said,
people love Frutanga. That's all there is to it.
Well, what they like about me is I probably interact with them more than the other
me. Like you don't have to sugarcoat it. I know. Like I'm telling you, I'm fucking Batman. I'm a shitty Batman. I'm Batman.
Right. But that's
I have all these monitors hooked up. I'm paying attention to what the industry's doing. I'm waiting to fly off my cape and break a motherfucker's arm, then jump off the roof before Commissioner Gordon shows up. And then people are like, wait, Batman, I have questions for you. And I'm like, send them to my email. I'm gone.
So anyway, with DSP. So did you keep up with any of the events that happened with DSP in 2017? Because there was a shit ton.
Yes, I've been watching DSP avidly for the past 2 years. The only person who knows more about DSP than me is probably Tevin. I study DSP backwards and forward looking for secret messages. I study DSP like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
God damn.
It's like, what is he up to?
I always question his success. Like, some people say there was a period in time when he was starting out that he was legitimately an entertaining content creator.
He was never entertaining.
No.
I've been around for a long time, since YouTube's inception. I was around when YouTube still had porn on it. All right.
It still does. It still does.
Yeah, I'm done in the mood to look. There's better places.
Right.
I'll send you links later. I'm a porn hunter, by the way. I'm the Indiana Jones of porn. But the point being, DSP, even when he was hot, was a piece of garbage. I remember my friends would watch him. I'm like, what are you guys watching? We're watching DSP, and you watch this motherfucker suck dick in fucking GTA Vice City. I'm like, why are we watching this fuck bag? This guy sucks. It's funny watching him fail. I'm like, oh, I watch you fail the test in class, dude. You give me any extra pleasure? Could we do something else?
Yeah. You said dude wrong. You gotta say dude.
Oh, well, I'm talking dude back before DSP lingo.
Back before DSP fucking ruined it, Jeez. I knew of DSP, I think it was back in 2016. I found out about him like pretty much the majority of people out there did, was when he
This is how you
masturbated
don't
on
play.
his when he masturbated live on stream.
That's how you guys. I remember, like when I got back into DSPs, I was watching This Is How You Don't Play. So I'm like, wow, he's as shit as I remember. And then the masturbating thing happened, and I have it saved somewhere on my computer. So whenever I'm really down, I watch Phil rub one out. I laugh my balls off every time. And the best part is when the shit hit the fan when this cocksucker's jerking off, I got to give it to him. He played it off pretty well. He played it off like I played it off when a girlfriend walked in on me jerking my dick. Oh, you're back home early from work.
He Louis
Hello.
CK'd it. He Louis CK'd it. He Louis CK'd it.
Then he went as far as telling people, oh, I wasn't jerking off on stream, dude. I was acting. Get the fuck out of here, Phil. We seen the Project 7 trailers, bitch. You can't act. Why are you lying?
We saw his climax. We saw his climax. That face he made. He's just like, ugh.
I remember the girl I was dating saw it, and she's like, oh my God, it's disgusting. Look at him. He looks like he's horrible to have sex with. He's overacting. I'm like, overacting? This motherfucker has more passion jerking himself off than I've ever had in my life, fucking women, including you. I'm going to give him that. Like DSP went to town on himself. Then he even went as far as contacting fucking, what was that guy's name? Who's that dude who's always, let's get into the news. He looks like an elf.
Keemstar. He went to
That's
Keemstar.
it.
Yeah,
DSP was tweeting Keemstar. Like, if you want the full story, talk to me here. That fucking son of a bitch.
I didn't know he went to Keemstar.
Oh, yeah, he's an opportunist. And if you want to interview DSP, it costs $800, by the way.
Nah, he can go fuck himself. Well, he already did, but you know what I mean.
Exactly. I'm curious to wonder, like, is this woman he's supposedly with, is she a real woman? Like, could she be a real doll?
What do you mean? Like,
is it true or is it actually an escort?
You're talking about the prostitute he got.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so hard. It's like I want the prostitute story to be real, but there's loopholes in it. And the other part of me is like, what if he really has a girlfriend? But what if he doesn't? Then the other side of me is like, but what if he's getting a real doll?
The thing is, people are coming, like, it's a lot of interesting info, a lot of juicy info is coming out that he brought her all the way down from, what was it? He
It's
lives
fucking
in
Yugoslavia or some shit.
He lives in Washington. He brought her all the way up. He was going to pay her lots of money, so we all know he has money. I don't know why he pretends
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't.
DSP is making bang. DSP, yeah. I see the money he's making, I choke myself.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous with that whole what was that video where he came out and he's telling people, yeah, the tax guys are coming after me. He's like, but they're saying like I have this thing called DSP Gaming. It's a business. Dude, it's just a YouTube channel, dude.
For years, he's been calling it a business. On top of that, when he made the mistake of getting hacked for having the same profiles and shit like that and passwords, they exposed he had a fucking thing called DSP Enterprises. The cocksucker set up a fake business, and he even has tech people on the payroll. Like, this motherfucker, if it's true that he got caught by the IRS, he's going to get raped because he's a huge lying scumbag.
Well, not just that, but he's I hate that whole I'm not a business, guys, and at the same time he's promoting his merchandise. He's got DSP shirts, he's got, I think, DSP hats, he's got lots of things. He's got DSP mugs.
I fucking have shirts. Nobody's bought one.
I'll buy one.
I gotta buy one for myself. I contacted the company. I said, "Listen, I need one of my own shirts." And they're like, "All right, faggot. That'd be $30."
I had shirts for a while back when Bulletberry got like this merchandise deal, and he was promoting like his shirts. He was getting like I think like wallets, hats, and shirts. And he's like, "Hey, do you want to have a free Tenga shirt?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I think it sold like in total maybe like 5 shirts got sold on that site. So, and then now he no longer has that deal. But there's this one person, like, he tweeted me a picture and he has like a shirt on his bed and it's got my face on it. I'm like, you're gonna enjoy me on your chest, little boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's something I wouldn't say.
Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, tell me now in the... Oh, whoa, someone super chat me $2. Thank you, Random Fire 4521. Thank you.
Making that bank.
That's...
Take
wow.
that, DSP.
Thank you. I forgot I enabled super chats. Anyway, yeah, that's cool, guys. If you guys want to, by all means, go ahead. I'd appreciate it. And you can leave yourself a nice little sexy message, and you'll get a reply from me and Gundam here.
Well, I can't even see the chat, to be honest.
Oh.
And I'm now looking at Real Doll, so I'm not going to lie to anybody in the chat. And I was sitting there thinking, I'd probably fuck one of these. Because, like, you'd have sex with a Real Doll, and then she wouldn't complain afterwards.
I mean, you know, all you got to do is just clean her up. She'll be easier to clean up, too, you know?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
she's not a liability.
Like, the Real Doll wouldn't say, you didn't finish me off, you stupid bastard. It's like, you put her back in the closet where she belongs, and you get on with your day. You make those YouTube videos that 12 people enjoy. You're a fucking mogul.
You got like that Tony Soprano thing going for you.
Yeah, I don't know why I have that. I hate it. But when I lived in California, apparently I used to talk like a valley guy. My friends used to ride my ass.
You lived in Cali? Ooh. Ooh.
Ugh, Cali, here's the thing about
Cali
California.
too. I used to live in
It's fantastic if you have money. Like, my mentor at the time was Steve Kaufman. He was a millionaire. So my experience in California was he'd have, like, girls from dirty magazines come over and porno chicks. My uncle's still friends with Buttman. Some of you who watch porn know who Buttman is. If you don't know, Google it. I don't give a shit. I don't know how old you are.
Only one I know is Blackzilla.
Yeah, who cares about him? Listen, Blackzilla isn't going to get you chicks. Buttman might make it happen. He's a director. He's got a direct line to some of my favorite hot porn stars whose names I don't fucking know, but I know what they look like. Yeah, nothing says fun like a chick covered in tattoos with half her head shaved. Mother of God, you know you're in for a good time or a night in jail.
Wow. So, man, you got like what? You got a lot of inside people you know there, don't you, Gundam?
I feel like at this point in my life, making YouTube videos is like retirement because all the interesting stuff is ended. There's no more doing drugs with Hell's Angels and shit like that.
Right. There's no more ballin' hookers and whoa.
Just another
YouTuber. Yeah. Thank you. Someone for another $2 by just another YouTuber. Cool. Why not join in on the fun? Did the Santa image. Oh, you're the guy. Yeah. This is the guy who made the Santa cap for me for my profile picture. Thank you. Appreciate it. I bow down to you in the name of Allah. Thank you.
People love you.
Yeah. Yeah, people love me. People love you too, Gundam. Someone here's just... So when you were talking about having sex with that doll, someone here commented, Gundam said that so casually. Whoa, $20 by error for... What, my dick's bigger? Well, thank you for the 20. Yeah.
It's a cheer war. Now we know what DSP feels like.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
all right.
I know, but unlike DSP, I'm not going to masturbate on stream for these guys, no matter how much they ask for it. Wow. 20.
Well, technically, DSP's fans didn't ask that shit either.
Very true. So, okay, about the DSP thing, what I wanted to talk about was, did you know, I think you might know this, but what happened is DSP, you know the sad story that that fucking idiot can't cook for himself. He had his like girlfriend have to cook for him.
Oh yeah, DSP is like fucking mentally deranged.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Basically, he can't cook for himself, and he would rely on his girlfriend to cook for him all the time. And basically, he was complaining on the stream like after she had left him. He's like, "It's been hard, guys. I can't run to the kitchen and cook something for myself. I can't make a sandwich.
I only have a 2-hour break, dude.
I only have a 2-hour break, dude. And I'm always working hard." And then meanwhile, he's like posting all these pictures on Twitter of things he's doing in his spare time. And he's like, "I don't got time for anything." And he basically ridiculed this one person live on stream because that person's brother I think had passed away.
Yeah, died. It's,
Yeah,
something Viking? No,
yeah,
Viking's one of his
yeah,
zealots.
and like DSP's, they're like, you're making fucking excuses, you know. It's like the sickest thing I've ever seen anyone do to his fan base. The most disgusting thing I'd ever seen someone do. I mean, I was at a lot. $10 by Brendan Stubbs. Can I donate to you using Bitcoin?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Go. I don't have Bitcoin, but yeah.
I will make a Bit wallet right now for fucking Bitcoin.
Thank you so much, Brendan Stubbs. Thank you guys for all the people who've donated. This is awesome. This is awesome. It's so cool, dude. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, what were your thoughts on DSP and what he fucking did right there in that one moment? You know, just absolutely trashing his own fan base.
Yeah, DSP came out and said something like, there's no way to prove Darth Radovan Viking or some shit, I think. I could be wrong. There's no way to prove that your brother's really dead, and you're like taking attention and putting on yourself. You're the king of suffering, okay, dude? All right, maybe you're a stronger person than me, all right, okay? Go fuck yourself. We're here to talk about me. Why don't you make your own Twitch stream? And I'm sitting here like, this guy deserves to be punched in the fucking face.
Right. Oh, another...
Like,
sorry, interrupt. Another $2 by Error0799. How much to, quote-unquote, forget to turn off your stream? Oh. Go on, Gundam. Sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I can't even remember. But the point was DSP like really just shit on that guy. And the funniest part is like Tevin then did a video on it talking about how the guy even came back and gave Phil like bits and cheers. Really? And Tevin's like, you're a cuck. You're going right in there letting that motherfucking shit all over you. You're a cuck, Darth Vader or some shit. And then the dude got pissed with Tevin. And I'm sitting there like, what you mad at Tevin for? Tevin's like telling the truth. You let this man shit on you in front of hundreds of people. Then you turn around and give him money. Why don't you let him fuck your mother then piss in your eye while you're at it? If that was me, I'd have been like, Phil, I know where you live because people doxed you. I'm going to wait till you go food shopping and I'm going to beat the ever-loving fucking stuffing out of you. Then you can go on stream wearing a fucking neck brace with a black eye.
No, I'm surprised no one has
beaten him up
on the street, like confronted him and actually like, well, you know,
he goes out so rarely. You never find him.
Well, he lives in Washington. He lives just right above me, right?
So you could beat the shit out of him. Good work, Tanga. I'm going to donate $2 to the Beat the Shit Out of Phil fund. Go get yourself a Greyhound bus ticket. You got enough money now.
Do not promote this. Do not promote this.
Tell him like you guys can have a boxing match. You will put it on Twitch.
Dude, no. He's going to swing. I'm going to move out of the way, and he's going to say it's a bugged boxing match. He says
he's going to swing, you're going to move, he's going to throw his back out and hit the floor.
Nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do.
I'm going to sue you, dude. My gout.
God damn. I don't know how he's managed to continue making money and how his fan base is just sitting there. Continuously. Wow. Someone just gave me $2. Beat the shit out of Phil. No. Please don't donate for that. I'm not going to do that. Oh my God.
Pay-per-view, dude. Put this shit on Twitch. It'll be great.
No. Anyway. So what I wanted to, I mean, there's so much to discuss about Phil, but I really don't want to get so much, like, I don't want to get into him too much, because what happens then is I have to bring up almost every event that happened in 2017, because there's just something about 2017 that was like the highlight of DSP. Like, we know that in 2016 he did that infamous masturbating live on stream. That's the thing that everyone was talking about at the time. But 2017 was just event after event after event, you know?
Machinima fired him, right?
Machinima fired him. His girl broke up with him. You know, he's got a prostitute. It's just all this shit going on. And if I were DSP, I would have committed suicide a long time ago.
See, that's your problem. You're a quitter. That's what makes DSP a fucking winner.
I'm choking on my coffee.
DSP fucking looked at his situation and said, dude, I gotta get laid. Let me find the most expensive hooker I can from as far as possible. I don't even know why he went so far for a broad. And she's like really normal looking. Like, to me, like, I see the girl and I think this is the type of chick you could pick up on Tinder if you just like put a little effort in.
No, you wear
Like,
your Sonic hat. You put your Sonic hat on.
you
And
you
put that as your
pose on
Tinder.
that couch of yours.
No, you know, I had this
Hey,
idea.
baby,
I had this idea of
you ever
doing.
rubbed a man's feet full of gout? That's how good I
Yeah.
eat.
So there is a video I plan on doing on the entirety of DSP. And basically, what I want to do in this video is, I want to go over 2017 and how bad of a year that was for Phil. But what I also want to do is I want to pull off this little, not necessarily a prank, but a joke where I'm going to make a Tinder profile for Phil. I'm going to use his climax picture, where he's climaxing on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to, I'm going to call it DSP or just call it Phil. I'm going to write in the bio just the most interesting thing, and I'm going to see how many matches I can get with that picture right there.
I think you could probably pull it off. You might get a match.
What if I match with his ex?
That's impossible. Like fucking Leanna. Oh my god. Like,
She's a
honestly, I honestly feel like Leanna was too attractive for Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I met her, I would have Freddie Pinch Jr. the fuck out of her.
Freddie pinched.
Freddie Prinze Jr., my fault. It would have been like, she's all that. I would have taken her to a salon, get her hair done, show her how to do her fucking makeup.
Yeah, she
like,
was too pretty
under
for
that
him.
exterior, she could have been a real fox. Dumb as rocks. Probably fucks like a nun. But,
Probably fucked like a nun. Probably, She would probably sit there and she wouldn't have any expression on her face. She'd be like, this is not holy.
I've been there before.
You had been
You
there
a
before?
fucking chick who fucks like a nun.
Like a nun, really?
Yeah, I don't recommend it. I can recommend drugs, but not that.
Wow. We just got 5 donated from Error again to the Beat the Shit Out of Phil Fund. No, stop
Told you.
it. Stop it.
I basically
Stop it.
lined up a fight for you to beat the shit out of Phil.
Stop it. I'm never inviting you again, Gundam.
I'd do it myself, but,
You're the
I
Brooklyn.
kind of need to lay low.
The-
I ran from the police, and I got banned from Newark, New Jersey.
Another
So I
$5 from Error. Regular chat is for peasants. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, guys. If you don't want to be a peasant, don't be using the normal chat. Use the super chat. Anyway, fuck. Give me just a minute. Give me just a minute here. Okay, hold on. I sent you a proper friend request on Discord right now. Could you accept that? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, you said you don't know how Discord works. I don't know how Discord works.
Oh, I know how Discord works.
Like, people tell me to show up. I show up. I click a link.
Okay. So up in the corner where it shows direct messages, there's gonna be like the little friends thing next to it, and it should show like a number next to it.
It says 20.
Yeah. Click it, and you should probably see I sent you a friend
Pending.
request.
Gotcha.
Did you accept it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have one of the biggest DSP detractors wanting to talk to us for a bit here, so hold on. Give me just a second. Hello?
It looks like Vulpix.
It's Flare on. What do you mean it looks like
I don't
Vulpix?
know my
What do you mean it looks like
I don't know
Vulpix?
my
It's
Pokemon.
Flare on. God damn it.
Shit.
I gave people the link to the wrong chat on my Twitch. I gave them a link to some dude talking about fathering children.
Hey, Stonesy.
Wow.
That was a fucking fuck up.
Stonesy, we're live right now, by the way.
Damn.
Random Fire donated $1. Thank you, Random Fire. That's cool.
Thanks for the money, dummies.
Oh, wow.
So we're in that.
Yeah, he's a detractor, all right.
Yeah.
We're in our DSP segment right now. We have 124 people live in the chat. We've been streaming for about an hour, but I wanted to bring in one of the biggest DSP detractors ever, Stonesy.
Oh, I'm not. Don't worry. I'm nowhere near a fucking Fred Fox or a Snot Benell or anyone like that.
Snort
No way.
Burnell.
That's how you play the game.
There is no way to recreate. any of Phil's sounds unless you are Phil himself.
So,
What do you think of my snort? Is it pretty on point though?
That needs more work. You need more gout.
Oh,
you also gotta have like one of
I
the
need more
ugliest beards.
post-nasal drip. I need more post-nasal drip.
So Phil sent out a tweet on Twitter. I think I did this like 2 days ago.
I can't tell I'm blocked on like 10 accounts by now. Don't worry.
So on Twitter, he sent out a tweet saying, "Hey, come jump in on the stream, guys. I'm gonna be nominating my game of the year." And then I just
Wait, now?
No, this was like 2 days ago, I think. And
I was about to say.
Yeah, and
God, he's game of the year.
And I retweeted that, and what I retweeted was I said, "I bet you're not gonna nominate the Game of Life for Game of the Year, are you?" Just no reply whatsoever. He has not blocked me. The motherfucker.
Why?
I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me, man.
Now you're offended.
I'm offended.
No, I'm
not block
offended.
you,
I
Phil.
say hardly anything and I get blocked on 10 accounts. Damn you, Phil!
I think you're kind of infamous with Phil.
God fucking damn it.
Stonesy
Fucking-
is a... Someone says Stonesy is a DSP fanboy. Yeah, probably, guys.
Oh yeah, totally. I love him.
Fred-
I actually was like a hardcore fucking DSP fan for the longest time from
Wow.
from 08 to like probably March of 2017 was the last time I defended Phil, and I got fed up with his shit. I was just like, yeah, fuck Phil at this point. And it's like about what Aprilish or something like that's when I was like, nope, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking go on the detractor bandwagon because it's funner and he's a piece of shit. So fuck that guy.
Just kind of surprised you didn't join Sons of Kojima. That seems like your kind of thing. I mean, you're a drama whore just like me, but
I am a drama whore, but then again, what was it? Like I say, the SOK died in September of 17. I sort of started becoming a detractor around Aprilish, May of 17. So I was some random nobody. There's like some
still
no one
are.
knows
But
me.
go on.
I know, so no one knows me. And,
You poor
and
bastard.
besides, I'm kind of glad after what from the SOK and all that sort of shit. I'm kind of glad that I never got involved with that bullshit.
I never liked the SOK, to be honest.
They seem like
Very
Their
pompous.
videos,
Like
the
the most-
videos that they put out, the videos that I put out, I think were very entertaining, and I think it's a good thing when you have a group that can criticize and laugh at Phil. I think that's entertaining and that's a good thing. The shit that they actually went and did behind the scenes that got leaked eventually, yeah, no.
They just seem like the most counterproductive group to be a part of. I don't know. I don't know how anyone could be a part of that group for as long as they have, because they eventually just turned on themselves. It was bound to happen the way it was going.
Oh yeah, I thought they got too serious about it. I think if you get too serious with that shit, then you're bound to get bored of Phil and turn on each other. Whereas they should have done what I think they should have done, is kept it more sort of lighthearted. Let's laugh at Phil. Let's enjoy. Let's react and watch his detractor content and make him a lol cow, shit like that sort of stuff.
A low couch.
He is a lol cow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you said lol couch, like, sit on the couch and lol at him. But
we did when his masturbation video went viral.
he was everywhere.
Oh, the camera's on, guys.
Yeah.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? Oh, I never knew. I was itching my leg, dude. He actually said he was itching his leg and banned everyone on his Twitch. You fucking came in.
Wow. Fucking wow.
It's like you were itching your leg for 1 minute and 12 seconds. What?
He's like he had enough time in between streams.
Did he itch his leg so hard his head went back with that face?
Like, I've had a good leg itch, but it was never like that.
I've
probably grown
Sorry,
gratuitously.
Go on.
So I was watching this, they call it the DSP documentary, documenting like DSP's life. It's a very fascinating video, but to show you early footage of when he was like a little slimmer, and he's like in some college dorm, I think, And he's telling them a story about
he's
how
telling
like
them about how his room was the party room and he fucked so many girls and there was and the story with the weed and all the blues he had and shit like that.
right.
Didn't he also say he was like super fit back then?
Yeah, he used to say he used to lift weights and he was ripped.
Right.
he was not at all. Like, no, Phil. No.
Phil is honest to God amazing.
He is.
The level of lack of self-awareness is just legendary.
I know.
wish
Well, I
had
was
that
just
going on.
I was just watching The Secret Life of DSP's 2016 top 10 DSP worst gaming moments with Burning Phoenix, and we were reacting to it, and we got up to just now the part like halfway into the video where Phil's like. A Twitch guy came into my stream and they asked me to lower my bit rate, so I've left Twitch. I'll be streaming on YouTube. This was like in 14, and then in 17, and in 2017, he's like, my YouTube views are down. People are like, why don't I just go back to Twitch? It'll be easier, and I'll make money, and it'll be like everyone else on Twitch, where you interact with your stream and you push tips, subs, cheers, and bits, and all that sort of stuff, and you do that, and Phil's like, I'm never going back to Twitch. It's just not
If
going to happen.
someone gives me free pot, dude, I totally get high.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone? I don't want to interrupt, but I got another $2 donated by Error40799, and he asks, "Does Gundam smoke Kush?"
Yeah, that shit's free. Yeah, dude. Fuck it. Do cocaine.
Fair enough.
Fucking pain meds, dude. You want to get fucked up?
Be like Filthy Frank, just do crystal meth all the time.
Filthy Frank is a character. I'm the real fucking deal.
He's a fucking he's from the Bronx, yo.
He's actually got like a Filthy Frank's got like a hardcore fucking addiction. Like I saw the H3H3 podcast with iDubbbz when he was on it, and they mentioned Filthy Frank. Like Frank would be like, oh George or whatever his real name is, would be like down iDubbbz place, Ian's place, and he'd be like just chilling, and then he'd start fucking like trying to fashion a fucking pipe out of random shit on the table, and iDubbbz is just like, dude, chill out, here, take a beer.
Right.
So Filthy Frank is seriously a crystal meth head.
Yes.
I don't
Nice.
know. I don't really know if he is or isn't. But
well,
used to date a girl who was into meth.
iDubbbz knows him personally and says that he's like he'll just be fucking always doing something like to get and thinking about meth and talking about it, shit like that. So
yeah.
That's a meth head, dude.
I do want to pay respects to Filthy Frank, who is no longer amongst us on the YouTube community.
What?
R.I.P. You will be missed. You will be.
He's
missed.
not dead yet.
Well, no, not
Why,
dead,
what's
but
happened?
he quit YouTube. He's done.
He did?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Well, once you become a meth head, man, the only thing you give a fuck about is meth.
Well, he also wants to focus more on his music career, which is basically garbage right now. But yeah,
As a real musician, stay with fucking Filthy Frank, dude. This is a tip from Gundam. All right, that fucking crystal meth, that shit is expensive. You know it, Frank. You gotta keep making these fucking videos,
you
dude,
gotta listen
or
to
else
me,
you're gonna
Frank.
be sucking dick in a fucking alley for some crystal meth. I don't want to see that happen to you, Frank.
It'll be like Peter at a Family Guy, just fucking. Oh, look at this! Pulls eyeball out. I am so fucking ready. Jumps through the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Play for Squeaky, dog.
so
Play for your motherfucking Squeaky.
I don't know if you guys kept up, but Joji. I mean, so Filthy Frank is now going by his professional name Joji, which.
Okay.
And what he's doing is he's making.
I mean,
music.
wouldn't he get more brand recognition as Filthy Frank?
He would, but he wants to drop that whole thing. He wants to focus as Joji. That's his professional name now, Joji. And he just comes out as himself, no gimmicks, no nothing, and he just does these, honestly, pretty mediocre rap songs. I wouldn't say they're bad.
God, I should have known.
Yeah. And he's sitting there in an interview, sitting with little, God, what's the fucking, Little Yachty. He's sitting with Little Yachty in an interview. I'm just like, oh, man.
I don't even know what Lil Yachty is. I hope that's a woman.
You're talking music. I have no fucking clue.
I don't personally know like these rap artists very much, but you'll know Little Yachty from that terrible song that came out like in 2016, I think, or was it 17, called Broccoli. It's just basically Little Yachty's this guy known for mumble rap, and he's horrible. But you know, Frank is. I can't even call him Frank no more. We have to go by Joji now.
Oh well, fuck it.
Oh, by the
Shit
way,
happen.
another $2 by Error4. Error4, how is your mom giving you enough money to do this? How's she doing?
Hang on, no.
Era is supporting the fucking
No.
cause.
Error 4 with the $2. I just want to say, you feed me, Seymour,
no, okay,
feed me more.
Let me tell you what Gundam did here, okay? Earlier in the stream, Gundam's
God.
like, "Hey, how about we start a fundraiser for you to go and beat the shit out of Phil?" And then people just started donating. I'm like, no.
No big deal.
I
You
mean,
fucking go out there, you hit him in the back of the head with
have
something.
Well, I have his address, you know, so I could send you that.
Everyone has his address.
No, but I have his address, and I have the code for his gate to his gated community.
Jesus Christ.
Bullshit.
I don't question it. I think the detractors have that.
The detractors have gone too far, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, they really have. But,
They only go too far when Phil's dead.
When he's in the ground, that's when it'll be enough.
When Phil's dead, that's when I will go. That went too far.
They hack his bank account and they put his funds down to zero. He's like, it must be a bugged bank account.
Bugged bank mechanics, dude.
Please,
Bad bank mechanics.
If Phil's bank account went to zero, he'd fucking stroke out and die right there.
I don't. There's no way the guy is poor. Like, there's no way he is poor.
Oh yeah, talking of Phil saying he's poor, I've just got this good little DSP quote for you.
Go for it.
Good at lying.
He's unsmart.
Good at lying. Oh no, I have a folder of DSP memes from Snot the Now. I've got 28 in here.
Whoa, $10 by Error 4. Man, you are rich. Boy, what's going on here? Broccoli was made by Dram. Little Yachty just featured in it. Get your facts right. Also, I get my own money. And he donated $10.
Error 4.
Don't shit on the cash cow.
Error 4, I've just got this to say to you.
Insult me more.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Here we go with the DSP.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
See, now this guy's gonna blow your fucking donations.
Yes.
This guy is going to be responsible for paying my electricity bill. I love him. Anyway, so Stonesy here infected me with DSP. Like,
don't worry, you're not the only one. And you, Mr. J, Phoenix, Vanguard, and True.
Yeah, I didn't give too much of a fuck about DSP until I
started showing you some shit. Yeah,
Stonesy made me a Phil detractor, and I never thought I'd be one. Like, he's always tagging me in all these Twitter Twitter posts.
You enjoy it,
DSP.
you know you do.
And I'm just there like, man,
you enjoy it.
I do.
Fucking love it. Don't lie to me.
Do you think DSP he's playing us all, and he's actually just putting on a character?
Oh god, no. He would have to be smart for that.
It's for your triple C addiction.
Oh yeah, another $2 from her. It's for your triple C addiction. I'll give some of this to Gundam so he can get some coke, and we'll snort it on a hooker's ass.
We don't have enough money for coke.
Well,
I'm just letting you know.
Not in New York.
just budget. Just get some flour and fucking snort that instead.
No, you don't want to do that.
How about bleach?
Definitely not.
Bleach pellets.
And instead of a hooker's ass, you've got to do it off a snail shell.
I know a really sleazy strip club that drug dealers work at. So you probably could get like some really low grade coke. You probably get a nosebleed. You might get sick, but you can have the fantasy of snorting off a stripper's ass. It probably won't be as attractive as you like, though. Quality of those girls went down.
Quality of those girls went down.
Damn.
No, I'll tell you, the strip clubs here where I live, they're no good. Like, Springfield, okay, so there's Eugene and there's Springfield, and Springfield's kind of like a suburban area to Eugene. And, like, there's, all the strippers there, I remember I was, like, working at a mill, and I was talking to a buddy, and he was, like, talking about this one stripper that gave him a lap dance. And I won't say her name, but basically he said her name, and all of a sudden this other guy that was working above us, he's like, "Hey, I know that girl."
It's like, what?
He's like, "Yeah, she's awesome." He's like, "She's a good girl." Like, the way they were talking about her was just like, "Yeah, no, she's a cool girl. She's like saving up to go to college."
Oh yeah, one blowjob at a time. I'll get there eventually, Ma. Look at me.
Okay, so without talking about DSP too much, I did actually want to bring up to you guys. Oh, the death of BioWare. I mean, BioWare's. I didn't consider them officially dead until I saw Anthem's trailer. That's where I considered them dead. Just
Yeah, I'm not. Well,
DED.
when you talk about BioWare, you have to. There's. It's a bit complicated than just saying BioWare's dead because I think there's 3 branches of BioWare. There's BioWare Austin, which were responsible for Knights of the Old Republic and the first Mass Effect, and they work also on the MMO SWOTOR currently. That's why they don't develop other games. They're a dedicated team to SWOTOR. That's what they make. And then there's the other 2 BioWare teams. One is doing Anthem, and the other one did Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, that other team, they're gone. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda team are gone. I think all the Mass Effect, not all the Mass Effect teams, all the BioWare divisions worked on Andromeda in different ways. For example, BioWare Austin, who, like I say, did KOTOR, Mass Effect 1, and they do SWOTOR, so they're the good BioWare still. They did the advertising, like the trailers for Andromeda, like that Human trailer, that one with the song Human, which I felt was pretty good. So they did advertising, and I think they did some of the shooting mechanics of the game for Andromeda. And then, all the BioWare, that's the problem. Having 3 fucking different divisions of BioWare working on one game, you would be doomed to fail.
Here's the thing about EA, right? EA, they know that they probably can't fit in any kind of microtransactions or loot boxes in a single player RPG, especially nothing made by BioWare and on the same scope as Mass Effect, because they're single player games. EA is actively trying to.
I would say that they can because
but
Mass
they
Effect
haven't.
2 had 3 and Andromeda had it. I mean,
well, that was DLC. You'd get the true ending.
No,
with DLC, right?
no. What I'm talking about is 3 and Andromeda had loot boxes. They had, for the multiplayer, you can buy Spectre crates and stuff like that to get weapons
right.
and armor and bits and bobs for the multiplayer. So it had loot crates per se.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what I want to get at here is. Well, my theory anyway is that EA is trying to go down the route of being nothing but multiplayer, right? Perhaps some of their games will have single player campaigns here and there, but I think they're trying to abandon that market entirely and just go with multiplayer everything.
They want reoccurring revenue.
Because when you look at Anthem,
seen GTA 5 and other games.
Yeah, when you look at Anthem, you can already tell that's going to be a big multiplayer game. I mean, some people are saying that looks like their Destiny, and it probably will be. I wouldn't be surprised.
So it'll be boring. Cool.
It looks generic as fuck. It looks so. I don't know how can I put it. Yeah, sure. Graphically, it's beautiful, and you got the robots, and you got the big open worlds.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not stylized graphics. That's the thing that Like for example, it's fine to put modern, ultra realistic, graphics in your games. That's fine. But however, a year, 2 years later, they start to look pretty. They don't look great like they did when the year they came out. Whereas, let's take a game from 3 or 4 years ago. And then let's compare it to a Nintendo game. Nintendo, say what you want about them, they use stylized graphics, so they're not the most realistic graphically games, but they hold up years later. They still look good.
Wind Waker, examples like that.
Mario Sunshine. Oh, don't say Mario Sunshine around DSP.
Gundam, you talked, you talked quite a bit about BioWare in that video of yours that
I more or less just shit on BioWare for a prolonged period of time. Honestly, EA's game plan is straight up reoccurring spending, games as service. They want to have the money continuously rolling in, sort of like FIFA does for them, $800 million a year. That's all they care about. The people in control of EA now aren't about making electronic arts. They're about basically lining the pockets of their shareholders and investors. And the gamer be damned. I mean, when Wall Street was talking about motherfucking Battlefront 2, one of the Wall Street investors was sitting there saying gamers need to be quiet. And I said, go fuck yourself, asshole. Nobody tells us to fucking be quiet. You can eat a dick, motherfucker. Guarantee you nobody will buy this shit. And you can go tell everyone who invested in your shit, oh, I guess we didn't expect those gamers to have a backbone. Fuck them. BioWare is 100% dead. It's going to be another one of these like Destiny-esque game.
It's just,
and nobody wants that.
I think the only division of BioWare, like I say, that will stay alive is BioWare Austin, who runs SWOTOR, because SWOTOR it's not the most populated MMO currently out there. It had a lot of play, but it sold really well when it first launched, as in it sold so many millions and millions of copies that despite how much MMOs cost to make, it recouped the costs of that one MMO in the first 24 hours that it went live. That's how much it sold originally. And while it doesn't have the biggest player base anymore, the thing is, the player base that is still around, they are mostly all subbed. That even though you can play the game completely free without it, like there are restrictions, but you can still play the game. It's not like World of Warcraft, play up to level 20, then you have to be a sub. You can actually play the full up to level 50 in story. But most people who play SWOTOR, they are subbed. They buy they get cartel coins, which is their little in-game microtransaction currency that you get every month. And you get so many cartel coins, like 600 a month for as long as you subbed as well. And they'll buy the hyper crates, which contain new armors and stuff and mounts that they're always coming out with every month, and those sell really, really fucking well as well. So I see BioWare outside of SWOTOR, outside of BioWare Austin, I see the other BioWare divisions dying, absolutely. But I don't see BioWare Austin dying as long as they're holding on to SWOTOR, because it's profitable for them. It's something that doesn't really take a lot of maintenance. They've got one dedicated team for it, which is the BioWare Austin team. And EA and Disney have both come out on record and said that they're very happy with how SWOTOR is, and they think it's a very good game, and it's very profitable for them. So I don't see...
Yeah. So I was going to ask you guys, how scary... How much does the idea of EA and BioWare working on a KOTOR scare you?
It terrifies me.
How scary is that idea to you, of them making the next KOTOR and focusing on making it an MMO and not a single player campaign RPG?
Well, they did that with SWOTOR.
No, I'm not even going to buy it, so I don't give a shit.
That's what SWOTOR is. SWOTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic, it's basically after the events of KOTOR, like 200 years after the events of KOTOR 2, is when SWOTOR takes place, because the Sith Empire that Revan and the Exile went off in each of the endings of KOTOR 1 and 2 to fight. That Sith Empire, the true Sith Empire from the beginning of the Star Wars timeline in canon, comes back, and that's how you can play as the Empire, as the Sith, or Imperial agents and stuff like that, or the Republic.
Not to interrupt, but Air407, another $2, and says, EA is worthless. I'd rather throw my money away.
Well, you are already with that tip, so thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. People, your comments will only matter if it has got a cash sign attached to it.
Exactly. We just like DSP. Thank
That's you. How DSP works.
I'm learning from the best.
Yeah, we are. We're learning.
Look, I can't think of another quote unquote content creator that can screw over his own fan base more than DSP and still make a large sum of money.
Like 70k last year at least. That's just off Twitch. And
I'm like, Machinima dropped him, and he's just there like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, guys. And he's still sustaining himself just fine.
No, he's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, guys. Then he jumps over to Curse, because he can't get... The reason that Phil has to go with managed partnerships is because he is banned from Google AdSense.
Yeah, that's right, because he told people to click on his ads.
Well, what happens, like I said, I've been a Phil fan since 2008, so I've been there every step of the way with Phil, as a fan mostly, but of course it comes to knowledge when you're a detractor, you know this shit. So what happened was around 2010, I believe, Phil got made redundant from his office job, his 9 to 5 office job that he had. And so he had 2 channels. He had his DarkSydePhil channel and he had his vlogging channel, the King of Hate Vlogs. No, the King of Hate HD, sorry, it was at the time. And the King of Hate HD was a Google AdSense partnered, but you couldn't back then in 2010 really monetize gameplay channels at the time. It was sort of that thing where it was still, and YouTube wouldn't really let you, did only like the very, very top people do it. So Phil basically was like on his videos on DarkSydePhil, like, come over
Telling
to
people to fucking like
he was
Click
saying
his
go.
ads.
He was
Ads and
saying to
shit.
go over to his other channel and click his ads, which in the Google AdSense
user
terms of
you
service,
is against the rules.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
against the rules. Not encourage people to click on your ads
But
in
he
any
waited
way.
till it was 18, so we're good.
But yeah, so he had, and what happened was he eventually got banned off Google AdSense. Not fucking King of Hate Vlogs. Phil Burnell, the person, got banned off AdSense. That's why.
So basically, he
yeah.
can. So like him, the person, he's banned off Google AdSense. Like
Yeah.
if he tries to make a YouTube channel, and he has to, connect
You
to
can make
Google
YouTube
AdSense.
channels, but you can't make AdSense for it because he's banned.
I mean, doesn't matter.
And he went. There was this whole thing where he went over to Blit TV for a bit because that was starting out, and they had a partnership off of Blit.
Oh yeah.
And then the Dead Space, he got banned off Blit TV. Because on Dead Space 2, the demo came out before like the game was coming out back in the day.
Yeah.
So he played the demo. He did his demo playthrough, and he was like fucking making really Nazi racist jokes, like the necromorphs stomping them, like going, "Hello, Jew."
Oh yeah, I remember
And stomping
that.
them, and me, the last remaining space Nazi, must exterminate all the Jews. Turn the ovens on. Like Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
don't you love when he's like playing Metal Gear? I think it's like Metal Gear.
And then
Solid
and then
1.
when
he's
you know,
he's playing Metal Gear Solid 1, and there's like those scenes with Snake and what's her face, and he's like, "Why is this game? what's this
Chiki
game so
Chang
much about
Chong
sex?"
Charlie Chong.
He's like,
No, like when the Asian person, like the Asian girl's on the fucking voice comm in Metal Gear Solid, and she's like, here in China we say in the film, here in China we say Chiki Chang Wong Charlie Chang Chuli Chuli Chang. Like, or fucking GTA 5 when
And he has the
when,
balls to talk about PewDiePie.
in GTA 5, his original playthrough when it came out for the 360 and PS3. You know the mission where you sneak into Michael's house as Franklin, and if you get discovered by Amanda, like the tennis guy hides behind her. He's like, "Help! He's black." Phil laughed. He's black, and then when he respawns, as Franklin's like creeping down the stairs, Phil goes, "He's black. He's fucking black." No, and then he goes, when he's black, it's gonna be trouble.
Oh, God.
I was like,
okay,
holy
so now that we're talking about GTA, I actually do want to bring up. Okay, so Gundam, do you know of a big YouTube channel? Well, it's no longer around, but a big GTA focus channel by the name of Cernando.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
You're doing
good,
yourself
good.
a favor. I'll go ahead and talk about this real quick. So Cernando is this clickbaity GTA channel. GTA 5 channel primarily, and you know how these GTA 5 channels are. They continue to thrive off of, making thumbnails, sexualized thumbnails, or putting things on thumbnails that won't actually be in the video, or making titles like, found a monster in the sewers of GTA 5, Cernando was at the top of the game. He was the cancer of... Yeah, he's YouTube cancer is what he is, basically.
Pretty much what he would do. He would make the most blatantly false advertising clickbaity videos and thumbnails. Like he would go, GTA 6, I've got it early and shit like that. And he would actually fucking pretend it's real.
Let me tell this one.
Oh, go on.
I'm a bigger Cernando detractor than I am of a TSP detractor.
Oh, I'll make that change, don't worry.
Cernando was horrible, but anyway... Well, Cernando's gone, so my purposes are, now
you have to focus on DSP.
Now I have to focus on fucking DSP till he's gone.
God damn.
So anyway, Cernando, basically what Cernando did is he made a video called... I don't remember the title of the video, but the video was essentially him saying, "I have an early copy of GTA 6 sent to me by Rockstar." He's unboxing it, and it's like the most sketchy unboxing ever. You could tell he basically... And even the cover of the game was clearly a printout of what he thinks like the
you
game's
could tell he
box
probably
would
got
look
something
like.
off Google Images
Yeah.
or some shit. Yeah, and
And
he's
he
just been like,
says,
look,
he tells guys, "Hey guys, I have an early copy of GTA 6. If I can get to 10,000 likes, me and my friend will go ahead and we'll send each and every one of you guys a personal GTA 6 copy for you to have early." And it was just, how can I put it? All the shit he did before
Bullshit.
that was building up to this moment. This moment
yeah,
where
this
YouTube
like
was finally
creme
like,
de la creme
Yeah.
bullshit.
YouTube was finally like, we're gonna shut this guy's channel down, and I'm just here like, about time YouTube does something right. I've never seen YouTube have the balls to shut down a channel that makes them a lot of revenue, like Zernando. But they finally put their foot down, and they're finally taking action with Logan Paul too. They're no longer putting him on the top featured channels on YouTube.
And they took him out of their top tier secret advertisers list. Did you know?
Secret advertisers list.
Yeah, there's a no.
I can think
well,
of
YouTube inadvertently when they released their statement about how they're dealing with Logan Paul, they accidentally leaked that they have a secret advertisers list because they said they said in their fucking statement that they've taken they will no longer be featuring Logan Paul's videos in their top advertisers list. And people were
I've
like,
known about that list for a long time. I'm surprised people are fucking shocked about it.
I
yeah,
don't
and
know.
people were like, top advertisers list. Yeah, apparently like YouTube gives like the top advertisers and obviously the ones that will pay the most per bid, per review, to these top channels because it's going to get them more views that way. People will see that ad more, so YouTube will make more money because obviously if you've got an ad that's the company's done like a 30-cent bid per ad and a company that's done like $1 bid per ad, then you're going to obviously put the fucking dollar, per ad bid video advert on the ones that will pull in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views regular channels. So that's basically what it was. It was basically the companies who gave when they were setting up advertisement deals with YouTube for products, they're the higher bids per advert. That's what they would do. They would give it to the top guys who pull in the most.
So I saw your thoughts on the Logan Paul situation, Gundam. I saw basically your video talking about how these guys usually don't have any accountability for their actions. But I noticed in that thumbnail you also put PewDiePie in there.
Yeah.
So you think you have things to say about PewDiePie too?
Oh, PewDiePie, listen, he's fucked up a couple times. There's no getting around it.
Oh,
The point being, if it was me or you doing that sort of shit, I don't think we'd still have a channel. That's the point.
Right.
On top of that, then people go, well, I don't think PewDiePie is as bad as them. No, but the point was that he is at a point of where there isn't much accountability for him either. He's untouchable. All of them are untouchable. Oh, no, Logan Paul lost his special advertising. It doesn't mean shit. His fucking brother drives a Lambo. They'll still be making bank. YouTube just said that their shows are on hold. So it'll probably come back later when all the fire has been fanned out. Yeah. I mean, really, none of them have any fucking accountability. They can do what they want. Yeah. I mean, it's just like when Trump was running for president and he was standing there and saying, I could walk in the middle of 5th Street and shoot someone and my ratings wouldn't take a hit.
I do remember that.
He's fucking right. It's the same with Logan Paul, PewDiePie, etc. We just talked about Pewdie Frank, Filthy Frank being a fucking meth head, and it's kind of like, well, he needs to stick with being Frank. I mean, nobody's sitting there going, it has to stop. Frank is fucked. Oh, my God. No, people are fine with it.
Yeah, that's true.
But then the second I say, PewDiePie isn't accountable, people get mad. I lost more subs for that Logan Paul video than Logan Paul lost for him actually fucking filming a dead guy.
Well, I got more subs for it than...
Well, yours is different. Yours is just a shitpost. Mine actually
yours is taking the piss out of him.
Yeah.
I also sent my video for review to YouTube, which is a bad move.
Ooh.
And now that I look back at it.
Like if
about the YouTube video monetization. Yeah, I showed Fritz some thing that might be a bit disheartening about that.
So I've kind of figured out a few things here about YouTube. So right, I can guarantee you the minute we're done with this stream and I put it up, is going to have, the yellow cash sign on it. But when it comes to something like this, I'm not even going to bother to to request a review for it. And the reason for that is the shit we're talking about and the way we talked. If I request a review for it, chances are it could do more damage to my channel than if I just don't request a review for it. Because I have had a situation where I did this one video called "Spanking a Console Peasant Troll," right? That was the title of the video, and it got demonetized.
What video was that? It sounds familiar.
It was the one I did on Sony only, and it got
I was about to say
it got demonetized because it had the word spanking in it. And basically I was a dumbass and I put in a request for review, but I said some legitimately retarded shit in that video. Well, I said, a few naughty things, and basically that caused my channel to not even be featured for like 3 months. Like I was uploading videos.
Yeah, I noticed a huge drop in my channel after I made that Logan Paul video.
Yeah,
I guess quoting A Tale from Two Cities was too much for them, and Shakespeare. Oh God, he's such a filthy fuck.
Yeah, and now I'm to the point that when I make a video, like, man, I take a while to make some videos sometimes because I put a lot of heavy editing into it. More than needed, granted. But I put a lot of, heavy editing into these videos. And they take up to, take a few days up to a week sometimes. And then when I'm done, I upload it, and I know it's going to get a pretty decent amount of views over time. But it's demonetized right away. And I can request a review, but they won't even review of it. They won't even bother to review it if it's under 1,000 views. So, it basically what happens is, by the time I get to like 8,000 views on a video, then it will finally be remonetized, and I will just lose a huge
But at that point, you've
chunk.
fucking lost most of it anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I will lose a huge chunk of that revenue.
It's a stupid fucking system.
And I'm just here like, man, I'm kind of like pulling my hair, like, I'm just going to have to... I don't want to not put effort into my videos, but I'm going to have to just slow down here, and people might not like that, but I honestly... If people want content, they'll still get content from me, but I can't afford to do this like the way I do,
Yeah, I try to put out a video daily. This shit's starting to drain me for what I'm getting at this point.
Yeah, like, I hate everything. He put out a tweet that said, YouTubers who upload daily, how do you do that without wanting to kill yourself? I'm like, that. Good question.
It's correct.
It's a good question.
No, it's correct. Well, I would say that's a nuanced answer. It's correct if you actually put time and effort into your videos and you think about what you're saying and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a correct statement on how do you get through doing a video or multiple videos every day without killing yourself. If you're someone like, say, Crap Gamer or fucking DarkSydePhil or someone who just does random shitty content and just shits it out on YouTube with no fucks given and no effort given.
Why does Phil even upload to YouTube if he can't have any monetization?
It's now an archive site for him.
He does make money on it because he's with Curse.
Oh, that's right. Curse is paying him for those views. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually giving him a 90-10% split.
You know what's funny? He turned down Curse the first time. And then, like, he got, kicked from Machinima, and then he went back to them, and they graciously took him back in.
No, that's not what happened at all. What happened was he got kicked from Machinima after his bullshit, which, if you want to go into that sometime, we will, but not now. He got kicked from Machinima. He looked around for any MCN that would get him, basically, because he can't make an AdSense account because he's banned from AdSense. So he went for any MCN that would grab him. He ended up with Curse, because they were a pretty reputable network. But the thing is, they wouldn't give him what Machinima were giving him, which MCNs can be useful. People say, oh, MCNs are shit. MCNs can be useful if you can get a managed partnership with an MCN, which is basically where an MCN is saying that they will legally vouch for what you upload if there is an actual legal issue, and they will, take it to... they'll take a legal stand for the video for you. They're vouching for you, basically, with everything that you upload. So you essentially get a pass from the YouTube monetization bots. People who are managed on MCNs can even put up Nintendo Let's Plays and not get fucking any demonetization
Yeah.
or strike.
As someone who's got a managed partnership, that doesn't work for me.
Really? Well,
You
that's
have a
what
managed-
Phil.
Even talking about
that's what-
Nintendo, they block my videos.
That's what Phil was on with Machinery. He was on a managed partnership, and he was saying how he could make money on the Nintendo
Yeah.
stuff. So the way he always explained that's how it worked.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he got Kit from Machinery, he went with Curse, but Curse weren't a managed partnership for him. They wouldn't give him a managed partnership. So basically, he ended up getting approached by this company called Pultavi, this new MCN, who were like, who basically made him an offer that was that they said they're fans of his content, they know all about him. Everyone who sends you a fucking, everyone who sends you an MCN invite always says that they're fans of your channel, they love your content, they know about you.
Mhm.
So that's bullshit anyway. You should have seen that. But they said all that to him, and they said they made him an offer. They said that they could give him a managed partnership. They could pay him more than Curse, and they could find all the detractor and this is how you don't play videos, and give them, hit them so that Phil would get
Jesus.
so Phil would get the monetization for them instead of
Fuck.
the uploaders. So Phil, being the greedy little bastard that he is, went with it, and he quit Curse, he left their partnership, and he tried to get with Pultavi. However, Pultavi were catfishing him. They gave him the runaround. And when he finally did get the invite, it wasn't from Pultavi, it was from this company called Lavaria Media. Basically, like I said, they were catfishing him, and they ended up, when they found out who Phil is and his masturbation on camera and the negative backlash around him and that, they didn't want to partner with him, so he went with his tail between his legs back to Curse, and Curse accepted him. Which was funny, because then Phil went and tried to backpedal and say that he never tried to partner with Lavaria and it was all bullshit that Detractors made up. Yet Sons of Kojima got the CEO of Lavaria Media on their SoCast. They did a 7-hour SoCast interview, and it went all into detail. So if Phil was never going to be with Lavaria, then how did the SOK get Lavaria's CEO and vice CEO on the SoCast? Why did they do a 7-hour interview with the SOK? And why in the interview did they say multiple times that they had approached Phil and then just found out who he was and all the shit about him and pulled away from it and cancelled it? So,
Wow.
like I say, you can't trust the SP. The SP lies.
Oh no, yeah,
All the time.
he's
He
been
is
caught
a fucking-
lying like plenty of times. Like,
Yeah.
so some person asked me, how much is it gonna cost for me? How much money would you want to pour bleach down your dick hole? I'm like, $2. He's like, okay. So I did that, and I can no longer have kids, but it was worth the $2, guys. Thank you.
Mr. J says, did I tell you that Phil's dad watches Detractors videos?
I did not know that.
No, yeah, in the free stream, Phil was like, yeah, it was so fucking funny, these stupid Detractors. My dad says he watches these fucking Detractors videos and laughs at them. And I think Phil, with how he is, he thought that because his dad says he laughs at the Detractor videos, that he hates them. Yet I think what his dad meant was that he finds them legitimately funny.
Can you imagine being
That's
Phil?
sad.
Can you imagine being Phil's parents and then like him being plastered all over the internet as the guy that masturbated live on stream?
I could see that. I mean, there's tons of parents who have fuck up kids.
Yeah, I just waited till she was
It's like-
18, masturbated live on stream. Now I got a hooker. It's just
Yeah,
the
like
life of
apparently-
Phil is an interesting one. It's
I
just-
think he once had Phil's not Phil. I think Phil once had Leanna's nudes on his desktop or some shit. Is the rumor.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. happening,
Yeah, it's
too.
that's not confirmed, but the rumor is, like, you know how he does these shitty vlogs with his camera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, the rumor is that one of his old videos, like many years ago, like when before him and Leanna got together, so it'll be over 5 years ago. on his vlog channel. He was doing a shitty vlog, and his PC was on in the background, and it had like not on the when you put pictures on your desktop, there's like a little preview icon of it.
Yeah.
And I think someone blew it up, and it looked like Liana.
She was
nude.
covering barely covering her tits in the picture.
Yeah, but at this point she wouldn't have been 18.
17.
She'd have been like 16, 17.
Jesus Christ.
So,
so here's the
I think
creepy part.
that's unsubstantiated, but
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, if
how
it's
old
true.
Was Phil, how old was Phil at the
He's
time?
35.
When he met
Oh,
her?
Phil was
Papa Pig
30 when he
Roach.
met Liana. Phil was 30 when he met Liana.
And she was
officially.
16 or 17 at the time?
She just turned 18. Like, she had turned 18, and then 2 months later, Phil was like, "Hey, I've got a girlfriend, everyone." And then in Valentine's Day, he's like showing her off in a video.
I'm a hero.
I'm a hero. Okay, so we're reaching that 2-hour mark. So I do want to spend the last 10 minutes answering any questions anyone has to ask in the live chat. You can ask either me, Stonesy, or Gundam. We won't be sending nudes. We won't be answering any fanfic. But you guys can ask some questions about what's going on right now in the industry. Or
Basically, it's been Uganda Knuckles. That's all anybody cares about.
No.
You know the motherfucking way of the devil.
I don't want people to ask me questions about my tribe, all right? Okay, so Burning Phoenix asked, Frit, will you or Stonesy fuck? No, Burning Phoenix, you did horrible against Rambo. You don't deserve anything.
No, I know he did. He did so horrible when you had that fucking debate against Rambo.
What do you guys think about John Kill 3D? He's a fucking retard. I don't
Who
think.
is DSP? Look up
that's the guy.
DarkSydePhil on YouTube.
Wait, so Gundam, do you know who John Kill 3D
Yeah,
is?
John Kill 3D is the one I
Yeah, he did a video on John.
You did a video on John, really?
Yeah, you destroyed him, Gundam. I did. Me and Mr. J watched it. It was very good. Well done.
Yeah, so
I didn't mean to rip his ass that much, to be honest.
But it was so good, so you should definitely do it again. 10 out of 10.
We had.
We're talking of.
Sorry, I was gonna say we had John Kill 3D on a live stream here once.
Yeah, and he was completely belligerent.
It was horrible. It was.
He came. He had beef with True Scottish Guy, one of the other members of the podcast, and Mr. J625, one of the other members of the podcast.
I had to mute them.
We had to mute like pretty much everyone but John because he wouldn't. He came in and let's put it this way. He came in and he immediately issued a fucking physical threat against Mr. J. Like, I'm not joking. Like, he was like, "I'll fucking beat you to within an inch of your fucking life, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And shit like that. Talking of John being belligerent against Mr. J, he said some shit about Mr. J's dead grandmother.
Oh, really?
Who is Mr. J?
Mr. J is a member of our podcast.
He's not. He's a meme on my Twitter.
Yes.
He
he was a meme
chat
on your
right
Twitter.
now.
You changed the banner.
Like, when I hear Mr. J, I think of the Joker.
Yeah, well, that's what his icon is, the Joker.
He's a meme, but other way. So, so what was I gonna say? I saw another interesting question. Oh yeah, so Playing with Fire asks, no, Ace Approved asks, advice for the virgins out there.
That's easy. That's real fucking easy.
How much money do you have?
Chloroform, that's it.
Tell me about what's holding you back.
Chloroform, job done. There you go.
If you're a girl, it's too easy. You don't even need advice. If you're a guy, you're gonna have to learn how to become an alpha. I'm gonna give you some books.
Like an alpha, like Infinite Retro.
Exactly.
No, yeah, Infinite Retro.
Such an alpha, such an alpha that when I fucking gave him shit on Twitter, he put his account into protected mode.
Well, he deleted the video he did on us, by the way.
Of course he did.
Me, Rags, and Fringy. After I did a video, he deleted it.
He deleted all his videos.
So seeing the dislike to like ratio on that, I used to go and just to look at the like to dislike ratio and just kind of smile, but it's gone. I'm like, oh.
But remember, he's an alpha.
Yeah. Burning Phoenix asks, Frit, do you think Nintendo will reserve their YouTube policy, or do you think they will stay in the past forever? I think with the success of the Switch and how things are going, they're gonna stay. They're gonna stay where they're at.
Yeah, they don't have
Nintendo has never really been pushed into desperate mode because they've always had a lot of money. They're a very successful company from the past.
Yeah, they banked it.
Yeah, they can afford to fuck up for the next 20 years. So I don't think their policy will ever change, especially now. Especially with the success of the Switch, they're gonna want to make the most money they can out of people's gameplay.
Mr. J, I want to know, Frit, what do you think about John Kill talking about his dead grandmother?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, damn.
I don't care.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't think I'd shit on someone's dead family member unless I
like,
hated them a lot.
I mean, it's a low blow. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's unnecessary. I mean, I don't sympathize for Jay because Jay said some shitty things and made racist accusations on on me.
people.
I mean, I don't really honestly care about his problems with other people on the internet, but to insult someone's deceased grandmother, yeah.
And saying that it's
I
a
mean,
good
you have to
thing
understand.
that
I do
he's
believe
dead,
Jay
really
has like
fucking-
called John the stupid Mexican and all sorts of things too. So, I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
it's like, do you remember when like they were on the stream and I was going peasant fight, because they're both fucking peasants.
Damn. No, he's most likely a peasant.
It was like a chicken fight, you know. I was like watching them. I was just like throwing money. I was enjoying myself. It was awesome. And Jay's like, I don't want your sympathy. I just want your opinion. Oh, you got it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
you got it.
Anyway, Playing with Fire asks again, Frit, do you like lolly hentai like me? And no, I don't know.
I learned about lolly hentai recently. That's about like the fantasy of young Asian girls in school outfits.
Oh, dear God, no.
And you're the older man.
Basically, something DarkSydePhil would like. It sounds like DarkSydePhil's life. It does. Sounds like his life.
Leia
He lived a
hentai.
lolly fantasy.
Do I miss Leia? Of course I miss her.
I guess you can't really
That
blame
teenage
Phil.
pussy, man. Like, goddamn.
So Krez Sess asks, Gundam, when is the next Human Fall flat or comedy night?
Comedy night, that's a good one. I wouldn't mind doing that again, but I doubt Zill would play that shit. And Human Fall Flat, didn't I just put out a video like yesterday on that? Yeah, totally yesterday.
Huh, okay. Mr. J625, he asks, Frit, who is the dumbest person you made a video on? Oh, well, the one making a video on you.
Besides Retro.
Besides you,
Retro,
I
yeah.
mean, besides Retro? Probably
Yeah,
the video
besides
I made-
Retro.
yeah,
You haven't done
probably
a video.
Probably the video I'm doing on Mr. J at the moment.
Oh, damn. I thought you said you'd quit that.
I'm kidding about that.
Alright.
Mod drops your opinions, please. What does he mean by that?
Mod Drop is this site that steals modders' work. I did a long video on it.
Really?
Not really
I need to keep up
shitty.
to date with that kind of shit. What's
Basically, Mod Drop, it steals modders' works. It gives people the ability to load up any mod they want to without actually proving that they own the rights to it. Then it forced modders to have to go on the fucking site to claim a fucking profile just so they could like have the mod taken down. Can I fuck your voice? Please say yes, senpai. Are you a woman, Maxwell?
Just another YouTuber. Oh, $2 donation.
Might be a trap.
Cool. Do you play PUBG or R6 with fans? I do play R6 with fans sometimes. As PUBG, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't like PUBG. Like I really tried to like PUBG, but
I haven't played PUBG
I can't
yet.
explain what it is about PUBG I don't like. I mean,
I
I'm
don't-
going to admit the DSP talk went too far, Gaming Beyond.
so the,
No,
Like, it
never
killed
is
it in
enough.
the momentum of
Never
the
enough.
comedy.
well, me
Never
and
enough.
Gundam had some awesome comedy going back and forth before I decided to drop Stonesy in, and he detracted us
Yeah, but we
completely.
yeah, completely. Oh, I am the fucking hashtag sociopathic detractor, so.
Yeah, when Stonesy gets into it with people on the internet, he gets into it. Like, he won't shut up for the next fucking month.
I've got I'm to the point where people have got my account banned. My first one, anyway.
Yeah, I've had to add you like
I'm
3
by
times
bitch.
on Twitter again, over and over. So, by the way, I did want to ask you, Gundam, how many subscribers did you lose when you made any critical, like, said anything critical about Trump? Because, man,
I didn't even bother counting. Like, honest to God, I don't know how anyone could sit here in this polarized fucking America and be like Republican or Democrat. To me, it seems like a fucking two-party dictatorship, in all honesty. It's two sides of the same coin. They're just slightly, one is a lesser evil depending on what side of the spectrum you're fucking on.
yeah.
Like, it's just all a big fucking joke. Other countries laugh at us. It's sad, really.
Yeah,
I mean, my friends from like Norwegian, like what the fuck, the Netherlands are like, Trump being fucking president, you guys are gonna have some dank memes. Yeah, let's have a fucking dank meme have its finger on the fucking nuclear button. That's what I need. Uganda Knuckles walking around the fucking nuclear button, going, "Do you know the way to fucking obliteration?" Right.
God damn, Gundam, I need you on here more.
Oh, that's too good.
Just this. He's like
Cowboy Bebop was legit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Cowboy Bebop was. I liked I never finished Cowboy Bebop. I never got to the finale, but from what I watched, which was about like 8 episodes in, I really liked it. Holy shit! It's like, when it comes to like these issues politically, you don't fuck around, Gundam.
People get mad. And I don't know what the fuck the thing is. I remember George Carlin having a great quote. He's like, "It's the American dream, and you got to be fucking asleep to believe it." And it's the truth. Like when I say something about capitalism, people go, "Oh, so you must be for communism." Like, I don't have a problem with capitalism. I have a problem with the fucking capitalists at the top who have a stranglehold on all the fucking money. Never in the history of mankind, even when we have fucking slaves in Egypt, was there a point where there's such a disparaging level of difference between the wealth distributed among the people. But for some reason, we're still jerking off here about like fake news with Trump. Ugh, Hillary. Yeah. Ugh. It's like, you fucking assholes. Like, fuck Trump, fuck Hillary. We need some sort of revolution. Wake the fuck up. We're all getting fucked without lube. And you're sitting there going, I can't wait for that tax plan. Walmart's giving a couple of workers $1,000 bonus. Then you turn around, Walmart just fucking closes a whole shit ton of Sam Clubs. Sucks to suck, faggot. We're closing. Go fuck yourself.
God damn, Gundam, you're on fire, man.
It is just like...
Are you a fucking anarchist? Are you an anarchist, Gundam?
I honestly believe I am at this point. Jesus. It won't be long before the government comes after me and calls me a domestic terrorist.
One day I'm gonna just is like
actually I haven't seen that.
YouTuber with glasses and cigarettes and hat gets arrested.
YouTuber who thinks he's the modern day Hunter S. Thompson shot 45 times by a white police officer who said he looked like he was reaching for a gun.
Oh God.
No, I don't want to get super political here, but it's always fun to get political every now and then.
Don't do it. I'll unfollow you.
It's
He's nailed it on the fucking head.
Stick to video games.
I don't even. Yeah, exactly. I don't even get messages like that. People just go, "Rip, this channel used to be good. Unsub."
So
no, we don't get messages from that.
Well, it's like, go ahead, go suck Trump's dick.
No, yeah, we don't get messages for that. We get unfollows.
No, it just happens. It just happens. So that.
But, no, people let me know.
No, it's just the one thing I don't get.
Also, what you're saying is these random people who let you know have bigger balls than certain YouTubers. That's what you're saying.
I guess so.
Who won't be pussies and be like, "I'll just unfollow you and not even say," and then whinge about it.
I have no problem following people who I politically disagree with. No problem. Like literally, I'd rather not live in.
There's always a point to every side. There's extremists on every side.
I'd rather not live in an echo chamber where I want to have my side always. I don't want to follow people who always have to confirm my bias, because politics. Yeah. There's a lot of bias in politics.
Oh, it's ever since Ronald Reagan. I can't remember the act that he put in place back in the 80s, right before he left office, but it gave the news outlets the freedom to be politically biased. Before then, news outlets had to have an opposing opinion and give them a fair bit of time. That's where we get like fucking debate and dissension, but not anymore. Now it's just like, today on the O'Reilly Factor, those goddamn Jews.
And then it's just like the freedom of the press. Like,
and then CNN's like, Trump is Satan. Up next. And I'm sitting here like, goddamn, I'm done with the news. You know, and I'm going to go look at the Real Doll website.
It's like the Keemstar edition of the news.
It's like it's oversimplified. It's made for like the purposes of entertainment. That's really what it's become.
Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. I forgot to bring Billy. He's still in rehab after the puppy attack.
Oh yeah, your puppet Paul, or no, not Paul. I mean your puppet. What's his name again?
Billy the internet troll.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I was talking to someone on Facebook. I can't remember why, but he was saying like your troll voice reminds me of Fraggle Rock, and I sat there and I thought, yeah, puppets. That's it, man. Fucking puppets.
Fucking puppets, man.
You're just working a puppet, and for everything that people say to me when I say something that no one likes to hear, like, oh, BioWare's dead. Oh, go fuck yourself, Gundam. You don't know shit about gaming, you fat, stupid cuck. Because that's usually what people have to say.
Like fucking iDubbbz on his content cut with the criticism fairy on Leafy.
Yeah. So it's like, but iDubbbz.
Anyway, it sounds like you're defending Keemstar.
It kind of sounds like you defend Keemstar.
I'm gay. No, all like DSP. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
You know, that's one thing I like
totally
about
gay.
iDubbbz. That's what I really love about iDubbbz. To be honest, when it comes to like any points or arguments he has to make against these channels, I'm not entirely impressed. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, that's obvious. You know, because these people are stupid. You know, the people he makes videos on. So, you know, it's easy to make yourself look smart against them. What I really do enjoy about iDubbbz is his ability to just laugh at himself, like laugh with his audience. He's like, look how retarded I look in this picture, and you know, he'll laugh alongside his audience. And a lot of these other bigger channels, like Sargon Avocado, cannot fucking laugh at himself.
He could.
He could
If he
never,
laughed
like,
at himself, he'd
no,
have a
They
hemorrhoid.
take it so seriously.
Like some of his fans, like DSP is a prime example. You know, DSP was when it came out where his fans were starting to just make fun of him. What DSP should have done in that situation is he should have fucking played along with it. And
What you
would've.
should have done with it, is he should have taken that he is like one of the worst gamers on the internet and just been like and rolled with it.
embrace that title, like just roll with it.
But
Like,
no, what did he have to do? I'm a former pro fighting game player. I can be good at games if I want to. And then only like years and years and years later is he then sometimes like, yeah, everyone says I'm not like a real good gamer, and yet I beat the game, so you know you can too.
yeah.
It's like yeah, it's too little, too late, mate.
Honestly, I've always tried to make a habit of making fun of myself, even though I don't really do any videos showing myself much. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anyone else.
Oh God, no.
Pretty much. I mean, I like every time I go into Discord, I join my fans and like I trash myself. Like honestly, I enjoy doing it. And some people would say, well, you know, that seems kind of pathetic because in some way you're agreeing with your own fans. I'm like, well, what's wrong with agreeing with your fans? You know, like I don't think my content is 100% there. You know, I don't think it's like the best content out there. I mean, I have a bit of an ego, you know, I do, but at the same time, I have no problem laughing at myself because when I do that, it takes the oomph out of other people's criticisms, especially since, you know, I've had people go, you know, I've had the criticisms that I've heard towards me have never really been anything of substance. It's been people like, you know, he's a virgin, he's this fucking ugly guy that hides behind an avatar. Basically, people have to throw blank criticisms because they don't know what I look like, and there isn't enough of me for them to know about. And
yeah,
so
I prefer. I think that's a good way.
So I don't ever really want to show myself, you know. Because I know, you know, a certain YouTuber did show himself, and you know,
yeah.
Because I don't know who the certain YouTuber is.
Okay, so no, we all know who it is. It's Scarce. Okay, so do you remember when Scarce showed himself?
Oh
No,
no,
Scarce is like the fat guy.
Yeah.
I remember when Pyrocynical got leaked.
Or Pyrocynical, you know, these guys, you know, they basically when they finally revealed what they looked like, and it didn't go well for them. They became memes. But I think Pyrocynical played it off well, you know. He
laughs at it himself.
He laughs at it, and because of that, his fans have respect for him.
Yeah,
Scarce, on the other hand,
when...
Scarce doesn't respond. Like, he doesn't play along with anything. He just keeps his mouth quiet, and he goes, "Hey guys, I got a double upload coming my way.
Push your putty fingers to the moon."
I don't give that much of a fuck. Like, someone said I look like Spoonie when I was dressing myself up as a James Bond man. I don't even know what Spoonie looks like.
You don't know who Spoonie looks like? Spoonie? Oh,
no, I don't even know who Spoonie is, to be honest.
Me neither.
Do you know who Angry Video Game Nerd is?
Yes.
I'm Angry Video Game Nerd?
No.
James Rolfe, the AVGN.
James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Do you know who that is?
No way I look like Spoonie. I do not see this at all.
You don't see it?
Spoonie?
No way, dude.
Yeah,
if I look like that, I'd totally be depressed. Do you think a pound of makeup could make Spoonie look like a woman? No. Look like a gorgeous broad. Oh, Spoonie with the mustache.
So you kind of look like a darker Spoonie. That's what I say.
I do not see it.
Kind of. I don't think
kind of. It's like
yeah. Spoonie
has long hair. It's like, well, who's another YouTuber with long hair and puts on a fake mustache? Spoonie, that's Gundam.
Okay, guys. So we're reaching that 2-hour mark where people start leaving the chat because, you know, after 2 hours, everyone gets exhausted. They want to go back to fapping. They want to go back to watching better streams, and they want to go back to donating to my Patreon, and they want to go back to subscribing to Gundam, and fuck
I
off
didn't
for
even know you
Stonesy.
had a Patreon.
Yeah, I do. I forget I have it sometimes. So like when I'm
Help
editing
you out,
a video and I
like
get near the
$5.
when I'm editing a video and I get near the end where I plug things in, I'm like, oh shit, my Patreon. So like I have to re-record and I have to add in the line. Oh, make sure you.
That's the beauty about an avatar as well. People are like, why don't you just show your face? Well, first off, it's privacy reasons, and secondly,
Yeah.
it's when you're making a video. Say you forget something when you're
Mhm.
when you're editing the video, just go re-record it, and you don't have to. Because if you go and you like use your face, and obviously you'll be out with your shirt, and even if you don't use a green screen in the background or not, you still have to wear the same attire, be in the same position in the chair, and all that sort of stuff to match it. Otherwise, it's going to be really jarring when you get to that next section that's been added in
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
But
So anyway,
that's the beauty of an avatar.
yeah.
Anyway, go on.
So people are dropping out, and I'm getting to that point. Gundam is a little sleepy. He's an old man. He's got to get his rest. He's got to get his beauty sleep. Stonesy's
old
got
are
to
you,
get back
Gundam?
to being obsessed with DSP, and I'm gonna
Yes.
Exactly.
get back to work on this mediocre video. So with that being said,
That quality content. Dude.
high quality content. I want to thank everybody who joined us on this live stream. I usually don't stream often, but this one was one of the best ones. I really enjoyed it. We maxed out at 130 people live. We got 109 likes, which is awesome. A lot of donations, lots of interaction. Hopefully we get Gundam back on again sometime when we stream. And Stonesy, you kind of detracted us. We might never
I
invite
did,
you.
but then
We might
again,
never
that's why
invite
you brought
again.
me. That's why you brought me in. You know, that's why you brought me in.
I
Don't
brought you
lie.
in because I thought you would add to the DSP thing, but I forgot you were going to make it all about DSP, you fucking faggot.
Yeah, it went too far into DSP. People were
Nah.
dropping like flies.
They're
People
Even
stayed
playing with
around,
fire
they
was like,
loved
why
it.
the fuck are they talking about DSP? No
They
one's listening to what
nah.
they're talking about. I'm like reading the chat. I'm like, do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
You know the way out of the chat room.
Look,
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
it's pretty normal for people in my chat to just spam memes because people know that I'm a meme whore. I love eating memes.
Maymays.
Yeah, I mean they're not as delicious as Bleach, but they're still pretty good. So there's that.
So much to learn.
So much to learn, so much to see, so much.
May
So what's wrong with
Bleach.
taking the back streets? There you go.
Oh, God.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and what? That's not the real crap gamer, is it? In the chat.
Oh, fuck off.
Nah, that's not the
God,
real crap gamer.
Let's fucking look at this shit.
Go
Hang
to
on.
channel. Not the real crap gamer. Boo.
Nice
I was
try.
about to be amazed. Like, no
No,
way.
crap gamer does not. He does not acknowledge the existence of anyone that does videos on him. He doesn't acknowledge their existence. He doesn't acknowledge
He doesn't
the existence
acknowledge
of
the
Rags.
videos.
He doesn't acknowledge me. He doesn't acknowledge Top Hats. He doesn't acknowledge you. The only time
I don't even think he noticed me. So, I'm
he'll
under the
notice
radar.
you. He'll notice you. You're bigger than him now, I think. So
Well, if Crab Gamer doesn't acknowledge fucking even the people who don't make videos on him.
yeah, he charges people what is it, like $100 to talk to them for like an hour.
What?
I don't
like that.
acknowledge faggots.
Don't acknowledge faggots. Except the
So
people.
why do you acknowledge Zaire then? Why do you acknowledge Zaire?
Has anybody ever been able, like anybody who's made a video on this guy, has anybody ever been able to get in contact with him?
Who, Crab?
Yeah.
No.
The people who make videos with him?
Yeah, I mean, like he's
who-
so like this, like he's basically how can I put it? He's kind of sheltered himself away from everyone. Like he just makes videos and he doesn't look at the comments or anything. He'll just make the videos and that's it. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
After that, he won't look at the comments. I mean, he probably has like likes and dislikes there, but he'll probably have people moderate comments. I don't know.
Oh,
never
yeah,
heard
that's
him-
right. I was going to get someone to moderate my comments for me. As in, read them and tell me what's on them.
I will never get a comment moderator. I mean, I put you as a moderator here just so people can see you.
No, so that way I don't miss people who have, like, questions. Is just, at this point, it's gotten to where so many, like, comments, I can't
Yeah.
keep up
It's
anymore.
like way too many people, and you're one person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Especially since the notification for comment system on YouTube isn't exactly brilliant as
No,
is.
it's
You know what I
fucking
mean?
broken as hell.
Yeah, I
Eat the
know.
booty like
Twitter-
groceries, huh,
Twitter-
Maxwell? It
Twitter has
only
a pretty
applies
good
to
one.
women.
Can you give me a rim job? A rim job.
Oh God.
Okay, guys. Now, for real, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream. Thank you guys
All
for
right.
joining us. Everybody say bye. Say bye.
Thank you for giving
Bye.
money to Topanga.
For
that way he
Tanga,
could
and he
afford
will not.
the,
He will not share
Greyhound
any of it.
bus.
He will
Hey,
not share
guys.
any of it. It's all his.
Hooker's on me.
Hook. What hook are you gonna find for what money you made? You made like
How
20
much
bucks.
did you make? 20 bucks. Like he's gonna find one. Like it's like half. He's gonna find a fucking like half dead corpse with a wooden leg.
Wow, actually, pretty good. Let's see. Here's $2, $2, $2, $2, $2, $10, $2, $2, $1, $5, $5, $2, $2, $10, $20, $2, $2. I think we could get like maybe a BK meal with this. You know, we could go to Burger King.
Yes. Could we go supersize though?
Could we go super size?
I got a coupon.
Okay.
Get
All right,
coupons
guys.
with that.
Everyone have a good night. So
Yep.
let's be quiet for a minute, and when I tell you guys to talk again, we'll talk again. Bye.